The following podcast is a B&E Network exclusive.
Hello and welcome to episode 14 of 2 versus 3. I'm Kyle. This is Cody.
Hey.
And Greg.
Wait, I think we skipped a part.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that's... Oh, nice. Nice job.
Yeah, that was solo.
All right. Well, this is the second attempt at episode 14. Lost the other one to shitty audio problems. But that's
to be honest, it wasn't that good of an episode.
Yeah. It was kind of a drunken disaster. So probably best for
How did
everybody's
you
ears.
phrase that? Shitty what?
What? I don't know.
Did you not say shitty?
I said it was a shitty audio problem.
We were shitty. That was the audio problem.
Well, yeah, I know that too. All right. Well, what have you guys been up to the last couple weeks? I guess at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's late now, eh? We went and saw Civil War.
Oh yeah.
Kyle and I went and saw Civil
You
War.
guys haven't commented on that yet.
Well, to each other. You know what's actually it's crazy is out of every movie, man, I've given no spoilers. Like when people ask me, I've just been not like to the point where people are like, "Oh, did you not enjoy it?" It's like I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, see, you held back pretty hard.
We made a big deal about you not being able to come with us.
Oh yeah.
So I just didn't want to ruin it, and I want to go see it again.
Yeah, you still plan on seeing it, Cody?
I'll probably just download it.
Fair enough.
Like, to be honest.
Well, Kyle and I'll
Wait till
probably
it's
go
on
see it
Netflix,
again.
right? Because you're not a criminal.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it a lot.
Paul Rudd was way funnier than I thought he was going to be. I'm a Paul Rudd hater because I really like that guy. I know it sounds
What?
it
What?
sounds contradictory,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
but I really like that guy, and I think his role as castings are shitty. Like he gets shitty castings all the time. Like
Well, he's good as Ant-Man, though.
But Ant-Man was fucking funny. It just sucks because he always plays like a pathetic loser.
Not always, but
Every
kind of.
character
Yeah,
is
I
a
guess
fucking
I get it.
loser. You know, and he's funny, but every character is a loser. So, but in Ant-Man, I guess he's still kind of a loser, but he's on his up. He's on his upstroke.
Yeah, it works for him in that
right?
one. Yeah.
But he's funny. Like, I mean, just
Is he actually a big part of this new movie?
no, not really.
No.
He's about the same. I'd
Obviously,
say
he's
he
a
has.
small part.
Well, very clever. No, he has about the same amount of screen time as Spider-Man, probably a little bit less. But those two are the best parts of the movie.
I agree.
Spider-Man and Ant-Man are the best part.
Can we do spoilers yet?
I wouldn't say not in the start. If we want to talk about it later. It just came out like a week ago.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah.
longer than that.
We saw it last Thursday, and we're recording on a Friday.
Oh,
What could be so spoiler worthy?
I just want to talk about scenes specifically. Like, I don't want to fucking tiptoe around her. I just want to.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. Do whatever the
Well,
fuck you want.
we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have you been up to this week, Kyle?
Last couple weeks been playing a shit ton of video games.
Oh, yeah.
I got Uncharted.
Nothing new.
No, nothing new as far as what my life's normally like, but some good games. I got Uncharted 4.
Oh, yeah. How's that?
I want to play.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Cool.
It looks stupid good. Like, games don't have any business looking that good. And it looks so good that
You
other
keep saying
games
that. I want to
don't.
see it.
Other games don't even kind of look nearly as good. That's the weird part. Like GTA is another really good looking game, like GTA 5 on next gen.
See, what I
especially.
would consider the best looking game right now would be Battlefront.
Yeah, that looks good too. But this still, it's better looking
Wow.
by quite a bit, I think.
Like, same old gameplay?
Yeah, same. Add a few different things to it, but same Uncharted formula as usual. But it's just a fun fucking game. It looks great.
Supernatural
good.
twist, like 3/4 way through.
No, I'm not that far yet. There's no supernatural twist. Just where I am right now.
But werewolves, probably.
Yeah, it's probably something really stupid like that. The multiplayer has weird supernatural crap in it, which is extra weird.
Aliens?
Not aliens, but you put up these totem poles that'll have spirits come out and kill everybody.
Oh, man. Someone was telling me about this.
It's weird. I was in the beta. I could have been telling you
It might
about
have been
that.
you.
But that's the other thing. I've actually been in a couple betas and alphas for some other crap coming out.
What the hell's
last
an
couple
alpha?
weeks. It's before a beta release in a game.
Before our beta release?
Yeah. So I've been in
You would have think that alpha would be a more superior version.
No, it's alpha, beta, A, B.
Well, why would B be better than A?
because it's later.
Yeah, that's just the way it is, man.
Yeah. But anyway, I've been in
The
the open beta for a game Overwatch. I don't know. You guys heard about that?
No.
Yeah.
It's made by like Blizzard.
Yeah.
People did like World of Warcraft and stuff
Okay.
like that. And it's like leftovers of what was supposed to be their next really big like MMO. It's called like Project Titan or something like that. And then they just released it as like a first-person shooter. And
I saw some trailers. It didn't look that great.
it's not really up your alley, but it's super fucking popular, even in its beta. Like people were fighting over getting in this thing, and then they made it open to everybody for a bit, and it was all over like Reddit and stuff. People really love it. But it wasn't really up my alley, but I think it'll be really, really popular when it comes out. And the other one I was playing was
It's not even out yet.
no, it comes out in a week, I think.
Man, people have been talking about it. Like I don't know better. People have been talking about it like it's been out for.
Well,
Yeah.
'cause the beta is
Yeah.
probably been so popular.
Well, that's crazy. Then the game's probably going to be really big.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be like that next big first-person shooter kind of thing. Like people that are into like Call of Duty or
Has
Team
Blizzard done a
Fortress.
first-person shooter?
Not that no.
Yeah, that's what's kind of interesting about it.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
they're so known for
and
their
they're-
whole Warcraft franchise.
yeah, and they didn't base it in Warcraft or anything, right? Like they made all new characters for this. It's not like it's like Diablo characters or Warcraft characters
Is
or
it like a
anything.
sci-fi angle?
It's kind of just an everything angle. It's really weird. There's not much story I could derive from the beta or anything. It's just multiplayer shooter. I don't think there is a single player at all in the game.
Shooters don't really need a lot of plot.
No, exactly. Like just blow shit up. I played in the beta mostly as this like scientific monkey that had an awesome electric gun. His name was Winston, and it was cool.
And you remember when we were all fucking hot shit about that hit monkey?
Oh yeah, I remember when Hit Monkey came out. Yeah, it was a comic. I don't know if you ever read it, Cody.
No, I've never even heard of it.
It was like they did a standalone issue and then another 3-issue arc, I think. And
No,
it was,
I feel
it
like
was,
he was a character. I can't remember now. I feel like it was in a Deadpool comic or something.
yeah, I think there was a crossover with the two of
and
them.
then
in
that's how it
Deadpool.
started. And then they gave it all this crazy backstory.
Yeah,
and
it
you
was
and I were
really
just really
fun.
into
Yeah,
I think I have it in the call. Well, Kyle and I
Yeah,
have it in our
definitely.
collection.
The other game I was playing was I was in the alpha for a game called Paragon, which is like, you ever play a MOBA? I think you have, Cody, like Dota.
Yeah,
You
okay.
keep saying words
Yeah,
that
I
don't
know,
sound like
those are,
words.
gibberish
Say the
words.
three of those
Play
name
Dota.
games again.
Yeah, okay, so it's like one of those, but from like a third person
Like a
perspective.
like a free to play game.
Yeah,
though?
it'll be free to play when it's out. It's free to play now if you can get into the alpha. I think it's open on the weekends, and then you have to have the code to get in for the rest of the week.
They open up on the weekend.
Yeah, it's
That's so
weird.
weird.
It's weird. I actually like it quite a bit, though. I think it'll be pretty popular when it comes out, just because it's free to play,
Nice.
so people will jump in. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as games and other shit I was doing.
I'm kind of excited about Uncharted.
Uncharted's awesome. You should be excited. I'll lend it to you when I'm done.
It's on the small list of games that are the reason why I keep buying a PS4 or a PlayStation, I guess.
Yeah.
I remember walking into a Radio Shack when Uncharted 3 came out. I was looking to just buy some random video game, and I was like, fuck it. Like, I went up to the customer service guy. I was like, sell me on a game. Like, tell me what's awesome. And he goes, well, this game, when the guy walks by a wall, he puts his hand on it.
Yeah, there's a
And
lot of that. in
And
this.
I'm like, what do you mean by that? He goes, like, the physics are so real when he goes near to a wall. Like, he
He
brushes
touches
off
the wall
it.
like a person would.
Like, damn, that sounds awesome.
It really is a
That
great
is why
game.
I bought Uncharted.
It's weird because little stupid shit like that will sell people on games. Like, you guys ever hear? Or it was probably a few podcasts ago. I talked about playing The Division.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So like when it was revealed at E3 like years ago, in the trailer, the guy was like taking cover behind a car, and the car like door was open a bit, and as he moved around the car, he slid his hand along it, and it shut the car door. And everyone afterwards, like that was like a meme afterwards, like he shut the fucking door. Oh my god, this is amazing! It's gonna be the greatest game ever.
Breakthrough.
And when Oblivion came out, I remember there was like for 10 weeks leading up to Oblivion, they did like a 1-minute video, and it was like chapters, and they released them leading up to the release of Oblivion. And for like a while, it was just like your reflection, just shadows, because they had torches on the wall, and so your shadow would flicker. You know, just like casual lighting.
I can remember when Skyrim first came out, our buddy Sam would put on the trailer, and he'd look towards me and be like, dual-handed spells, man. Like, that was such a breakthrough for the
The
nerds.
Skyrim trailer I watched every day until that game came out. From
Those
the day it was
fucking
released. And I would
games,
get
man.
fucking stoked, like just hands shaking, excited for that game.
Like I think the Elder Scrolls Online got kind of it missed that hype. Like,
Yeah, it kind of killed it.
well, Bethesda, like their fucking slogan forever was just like making one player games awesome.
Yeah, but that game's not made by the same developer.
Is it?
It's the
It's
same
not. Is it?
company,
Is
but
Bethesda? How do you say it?
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Yeah. So the games are made by, or like the ones you like, Oblivion and Skyrim and stuff, are made by Bethesda Studio, and then the online one is ZeniMax Online. Is the company that made it, or like the
well,
developer
then I'm
that made
excited for a new Elder Scrolls game because they are
it? Like a single player one. Yeah.
they're some of the best fucking games ever made.
Yeah, I agree. I always get excited for those.
Like you grow a beard just playing those games.
Yeah.
In fact, that would be a good fucking change for the new games. You start your character, like your character has to go get a shave if you want him to. Like you can't just be clean shaven all
That's
the time.
the thing in The Witcher.
Like hair growing.
In The Witcher,
I
you grow
noticed
a
that.
beard as you're playing.
I
Like you
noticed
can
that.
go get a shave as the character.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Trying to think.
You start
What was
fast
that
traveling
other-
everywhere and your character starts getting fat.
That was the thing in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
You didn't go work out, your guy got
You
fat.
eat a lot of cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that was kind of awesome though. But in the general, I don't want to have to take time out of playing a game normally
That's
to go have them
ridiculous.
work out. That was kind of dumb.
You should be doing that in real life.
That's one of those things like closing the fucking car door that seems exciting, but then when you play it, you're like, I don't really give a shit about him closing the car door or doing push-ups. That's boring shit. But yeah, I'll lend you guys the game when I'm done. Lindsay's gone for the week, so I have a whole week to just fucking play this game. I've been taking my time with it, and I'm thinking I'll probably try for a platinum on it when I'm
Like
got a
that
week to do
character, maybe it's just because we're of the age group where we grew up loving Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's a modern indie.
But it is, like that whole fucking archaeological, like, or the archaeologist with a gun.
I really liked in the third one where you played him as a child as well. That made it feel even more Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of that kind of in this too, filling in the backstory again.
Yeah.
He's a
And
badass character.
it's weird. I play that game and all of them, and I go, there's nothing in particular about this game playing it that's better than other games. Like the climbing is fun, but not particularly challenging or
It's
anything.
a good story.
But yeah, it's just a fucking story.
The random
It's goddamn
puzzles too
fun. Like,
is nice to
Yeah, but
switch up the
again,
gameplay.
like,
Like
it's
if it was
not-
all action, that would suck.
yeah, but it's like the split between it all, and it just for some reason characters I like, and they all of a sudden it makes like one of the greatest game franchises ever. Even though no one part of those games I think is like spectacular.
Yeah.
Well, man, in a world where we fucking love the first person shooters and open ended games, it's
To have
nice to actually want to know the ending to a story without you being able to decide the ending.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree.
like you're excited to like, oh, I can't wait for the next one to come out. You know, it's not like comic books or it is like a comic book or a TV episode or like the sequel of a film. Like you're excited to see how this character gets from the beginning to the end.
yeah, it's a bit more of like a passive experience where you're
Right,
just
yeah,
like,
exactly.
you get to take it all in and not feel like you're doing all
You're
the work,
you're
making
not
your own
Nate.
story in it. You know, the story is going to happen at you and you're going to have a good time.
It's yeah. Quit making characters that are me. I want a character that's way cooler than me. I want to, I want to live through him. I want to walk a mile in his shoes.
well, I think there's room for both, but
There is room for both, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, that could be two different games.
yeah, and there's too many fucking open world games now where it's all like, oh, you got to spend 60 hours and I'm running around doing all these weird side quests I don't really give a shit
It's
about.
not rewarding anymore.
Yeah, I'd
20
rather
hours,
just-
25 hours, 30 hours. That's like an appropriate amount of time for a start and finish.
yeah, this one I think again I haven't finished it, but it's supposed to be around 16 to finish it, which is
That's-
quite a bit longer than the other Uncharted games. So
Are they really?
yeah, the other ones are maybe like 10 or 12
Oh, wow. That's still a lot. Fucking Game of Thrones isn't even 10 hours.
in a season. Yeah,
Huh.
Huh. So it's still plenty of doing shit.
Can you imagine only playing a video game for 1 hour a week and then beating it and just being like satisfied with it?
I couldn't do that.
You'd be really pissed off.
I play games.
Yeah,
When
that
you say it
sounds
like
horrible.
that,
I have
you're
to
like,
stop myself from binging games. You know, like if I've been playing like 2 hours of this a day, and I feel like I'm fucking ruining it for myself by doing even that much. I want to like stretch it out as much as I can because you won't get another one of these games for, well, another Uncharted game ever probably, and I won't get another Naughty Dog game for
Wait,
like
do
another
you think
3
like
years.
are you suggesting that this is the end?
Yeah, they've said this is the last one.
Oh, like, but do you think if it has a good end, if it has an ending, don't tell me.
Yeah, I won't. No, I won't spoil it for you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say I saw, though, that you just reminded me of because we talked about it in the podcast. Jungle Book. Went and saw it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talked about it.
Top
Cody,
notch
man.
film.
Cody, you got to see this fucking movie. Everybody listening to this, go see this movie. It has no business being that good, but it's fucking great. Like I don't know why or how they made this fucking thing.
Compared to
It has
Civil
no
War,
business.
compared to Civil War, the Jungle Book was like, man, I think I said it before. I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but if Leo gets an Oscar or got an Oscar for The Revenant, then this fucking kid gets an Oscar. And
yeah,
like,
he did a good job. Man.
Like, it's phenomenal. John Favreau, best director. He kept it tidy, clean, neat.
It looks good.
It's
like,
tradition.
The talking
It's
animal
just
thing,
like
totally awesome.
They nailed it. Next, like, oh, we did talk about this because I'm
Yeah.
having deja vu now.
No, yeah, you talked about it, but I hadn't seen it then, and I just want to say, he wasn't being like hyperbolic. Like it is that good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Good. I'm glad because I think I started it off by saying I know I say every movie is the greatest movie ever. But it is. Jungle Book is that's going to be the new standard from now on. When I say movies are the greatest movie ever, I'm going to have to remember Jungle Book, and it'll be Jungle Book is the best movie ever.
That's
And I'm
really
not going
bold.
to.
It's the best movie I've seen this year.
I'm not going to give movies like a +1 or +2. There'll be negative ratings, and the negative is how far away they go from Jungle Book.
That's a funny scale.
That's a weird scale, but whatever. I don't know if they'll publish that on B Movies and Ebooks if he rates it a -2 out of Jungle Book in his next review. All right. Well, what about you guys?
Well,
I
yeah,
talked forever
what'd you
about what
do?
the fuck I was doing.
Free comic book day was last weekend.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, there was actually some really good books. I was pretty excited, and ones I was not expecting. I got a John and Corley put out another book, Moon Cop by Tom Gold.
Moon Cop.
Yeah, it's
It
just
looks
this
neat. I
really
grabbed it.
simple, nice looking book. I've read a few of his graphic novels before. They're great.
I like that name though.
Yeah,
his name?
Moon Cop's a good name.
Tom Gold. He does like New Yorker
Yeah,
covers
I like
and a
the
few
good-
John and Corley books.
That sounds really familiar.
And also Love and Rockets by the Hernandez brothers, which is like an old 80s underground comic.
So that's like a re-release. then?
It's a reprint, I'm assuming.
Love and Rockets.
Love and Rockets by Los Bros Hernandez.
Fancy.
Yeah,
That's a good name.
Yeah, these two like indie creators from California, grew up in the 80s, did a lot of like sick black and white stuff that like influenced a lot of
Sick black and white, bro.
totally radical.
It is a sweet
deepest
cover,
blacks,
though.
bro.
Well, no, but we were talking about this because at first I grabbed it and I put it back because at first I thought it was the guy who did Black Hole,
Yeah, Charles.
and then I
Burns.
realized it wasn't. But then from your background on your computer, I thought it was
It
that
also looks like
person.
Adrian Toma. And well, they're all influenced by the same people, you know. Like
It is good though. It's
it's all the,
finding
the clear line
I'm
illustration,
kinda
like
actually
Tintin, you know.
relieved- I was gonna say I'm relieved that it actually is an old reprint and not some new comic that's just trying to look vintage.
Yeah.
Because that would piss me off. It looks like a comic American Apparel would sell that was made yesterday. But knowing that it wasn't, it actually makes it really cool. I
Well,
know that sounds awful.
What was
but-
really cool about John and Corley's book they released, they used the dark, flimsy paper, like the old newsprint.
Man, I woke up this morning at like fucking, I don't know, 5:45, go to work, and I must have woke Cody up. And Cody comes out, and we just talk like it's fucking noon or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm dressed, ready to go to work, and he's sitting there in his underwear. And I'm just like, man, did you read the Phantom comic? I got it for a new comic book.
Yeah,
Free
I
comic book
picked
day.
it up.
Yeah,
too.
you showed me that one.
And it's the only book I read out of, like, you're allowed 5. I only got 5.
You could take 10 where I went.
Really?
Yeah,
There's no
I went to
fucking
Action
book.
Pack.
I went to Nexus. My boys.
This is actually the first free comic book day since I've been collecting comics that I didn't go to.
No.
Man, a good chunk of my comic collection is from Free Comic Book Day. And it's weird because, like, some of them are worth money.
Yeah, see, I never
know.
take good care
I've
of
thrown
them.
a bunch of mine out.
Yeah, mine just kind of, they never got the treatment the ones I paid for did.
But no, I've actually got a few of my free comic book days autographed at TCAF and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I think you had it, and I don't know. I looked it up, and I might have looked it up incorrectly, but I think the value on it was $20.
For which
And
one?
It was
Should have kept that one. Given
well,
it
I
back
mean, I
to
just
him.
put it up. No, fuck you. It's
I
just up on the wall now, and now it's
You have ones in there that are worth a lot more than $20,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But it was like for considering it's a Free Comic Book Day, but I don't know that it actually was. Maybe because this might have been a preview for a comic. But anyway, it was a Savage Opress from the Star Wars Clone Wars.
Hmm.
And it was like a prequel, like Dark Horse put it out, and it was right before Dark Horse
Oh, it was
stopped
probably
putting out
before,
Star Wars
yeah.
comics because
That
like,
makes sense.
I think it was starting a story arc that they didn't really continue. Like they didn't have the
Yeah, it's one of those rare things. Then,
Yeah.
because it
So I think it just
sits in a weird
became.
thing.
So for all I fucking know, man, the comic didn't even come out. This was just a preview for it. I don't know. Because I was really surprised at the price value for it. So I was convinced I was reading it wrong.
Yeah, I guess. You'd think there'd be a shit ton of those like free ones out there, right? They give them away. Everybody grabs them.
But they,
You know, they do limited runs of certain ones. They all have different printings and shit.
I have some weird ones from when I was living in Toronto. So I went to like Dragon Lady Comics, and they'd have some strange ass indie shit. I got one about bicycles. I don't even remember what it's called. I think it's just called Bicycles. It's about a guy picking up old bikes in Toronto.
Yeah, Kink.
What?
No, what's the name of it? Man, it was that fucking orange book.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think it's called Kenk or Kink.
Yeah, I think that sounds like.
Why are you looking at me like I know?
Because you do know. It was that fucking when 8-Bit was right next to Canada Computer. Yeah. They had that fucking sign up for like up until they closed down. And
I didn't go there when they were open there.
No, then maybe it was you. But they fucking were pumping it hard.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know. I never got it. Nick was always trying to sell it to me. Like, that guy fucking didn't have taste, though. So
do you guys remember when Jeff Lemire was at 4Color before we ever started?
No, I don't remember that. And that's not a thing.
That was a thing.
How do you remember that?
Because I remember the fucking Gus being in the, like, a big stand-up of him and being like, oh, come check out this Canadian artist. You're making that
shit up.
I'm not making that shit up. They were pumping it really hard, and at the time, I just didn't know who
never brought that up.
Well, maybe, all right, maybe I'm wrong. If he, ask him.
I want to call you wrong because I don't want you to be right.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, but I think that, I'm pretty sure that happened. Maybe I'm crazy. I didn't go, but I just remember him pumping up the fucking Sweet Tooth a lot.
Jeff, if you're listening, we care. I know it sounds like we don't, but we do.
So they just released a trailer for The Killing Joke animated movie. Have you seen it?
I didn't watch the trailer because like a while ago they put out like a 10-minute clip, and I was actually kind of like, whoa, that would just piss me off to watch 10 minutes of movie I really want to see.
Yeah, I didn't watch that, but I watched the trailer.
Yeah, I think I watched the trailer too.
The animation looks shoddy.
It didn't stand out to me.
No,
none of it really did.
It looks
I'm excited
amateurish.
it's happening and that it's rated R, but I'm not that pumped for it.
I don't know. The weird images that I've seen kind of reminds me of like an old school Spawn comic almost.
It's got a 90s look to it for sure.
No, well that sounds awesome.
Does it look like the animated series?
Not in a good way.
Does it look like the animated series when they changed art styles at the end and it sucked?
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
it seems like it's really blocky and like it doesn't flow smooth. The animation, you know how it all looks like a shitty anime movie these days?
I know what you're saying.
Well, they do.
I do know what you're saying. They do. They've actually released some stuff that is kind of anime though. Like
it legit looks like that.
Yeah, which is a weird style to go after, only because it's so derivative and made cheap is the whole idea.
And that's not how the comic's drawn.
You guys aren't really watching the like the animated movies that DC's putting out, eh?
No, I've seen a few of them. But...
Okay, so Kyle, when you and I were collecting Batman back in the day, Grant Morrison was fucking headlining all that shit. Right, he was doing the whole Batman Incorporated, and he was like the guy that we were.
Head.
He was what we were in love with. He made us fall in love with comics.
Well, it's like Batman and Robin run and everything, yeah.
Right. So he right now has creative control over he's the I don't know whether like the chief fucking director or whatever.
Creative director, probably.
Yeah, he's like whatever, but for their movies. So all the comic books that we were reading that didn't get an ending because the New 52 fucking sucks dick. He's reformatting those stories and making them into these animated films. So we got like Batman versus Robin. There's
Batman versus Robin.
Yeah, which is the play on the whole Batman and Robin story arc when it's
okay.
When it's fuck, help me out here.
When it's Dick Grayson as Batman.
Dick Grayson as Batman. Yeah, they do like they're playing on that. But one that they just put out, which is kind of like tying into this whole The Killing Joke thing, is they did Assault on Arkham, and you're like. You're thinking to yourself, like, these are kids' movies, or so people will tell you. But Assault on Arkham was graphic and violent as fuck.
Which one's Assault on Arkham?
It was pretty new. Really it came out either at the end of last year or the beginning of this year. And it's kind of like a Suicide Squad movie. Like, actually, it seems like it's like it seems like a prequel. Like, I really hope the Suicide Squad doesn't play out like this movie because there's like a love interest between Deadshot and Harley Quinn. And they introduce a bunch of really random agents into the Suicide Squad that just get murdered off quite quickly.
You want to see a love story in the Suicide
Squad? No, I don't.
Movie?
I don't. As I'm saying, I don't. I hope that that's not playing like this. But in this fucking Assault on Arkham, it was essentially a Suicide Squad movie, but it was violent and they were still trying to pass it off as like PG-13. So the fact that that was violent as fuck, and like I would recommend seeing it for anyone who's listening. Like Assault on Arkham, if you're into some DC shit, it's a good movie, and I think it doesn't hold like the title weight to some of the other films, you know, where you're just like super pumped on seeing it, but. I don't know. Maybe other people care about Arkham. I don't particularly, but it was really good. And so the fact that they're actually going to make a rated R film opposed to just a PG-13 movie that was violent as fuck. Man, Deadshot and Harley Quinn have they have sex in it, and it's just like really weird. Like it would be a PG movie where you just don't see anything.
They have sex in the comic?
No, in the fucking movie. And this fucking Assault on Arkham, Harley Quinn and Deadshot are just banging, and she like tries to seduce him, and he's just like no. Ah, what the hell?
Oh shit! You know what? I did see part of this. Now here, yeah. All right, I remember now.
Yeah, it's just weird. And so the fact that they're busting out a rated R movie, and the fact that they chose The Killing Joke as the title to make a rated R film, I mean, I think we're going to see some fucking.
You think you're going to see Harley Quinn's boobs?
No, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we're going to see some. I think we're going to see some shit that I don't want to see.
Oh, the rape scene.
Yeah,
potentially.
Well, what's insane is The Killing Joke is still a New York Times bestseller.
It's a heavy fucking concept, man.
Well, I mean, it was.
It's reprint,
yeah,
but like that
it's
book
still on the list.
That book is still been in the top 5 graphic novels of all time.
Wow. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Like selling wise, it's just stayed on the New York Times. Like people love that shit, and it's only going to sell more.
Is that the hat I'm wearing right now, or what is that from?
It says ha ha ha. What do you mean?
Is that not from? Oh no, that's from a different comic then.
What are you talking about?
Is that from the image on the hat? It's from.
On your hat that you're wearing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see like the Joker. Yeah, that is from The Killing Joke. Yeah.
He's got his like hands in his hair, and
it was a steal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was $6.
Alan Moore's gonna be first in line to go see that movie.
Yeah,
man. Do you guys want to have a betting pool? I bet there's already like his comments and reviews.
I'm sure. It's a DC thing, so he has no rights to it at all.
But I wonder how he's gonna feel about it. He's a fucking.
I don't need to wonder. He's gonna hate it.
Yeah,
he hates everything.
If anything, he just won't even talk about it.
It's easy to predict.
If he gets a royalty check, he'll fucking give it to someone else.
He tears it up or whatever. Yeah.
See, I don't think that he'll get a royalty check for something like that because I'm pretty sure with Marvel and DC, you just get paid for your story and then that's it.
Yeah, I think
that's a rough fucking go, eh?
Yeah, that's why like the fucking guys that created Superman got fucked over.
Jews and Canadians, man.
Greg's people.
The fucking world doesn't like.
You should probably say the whole word. Jewish people and Canadians. When you say it that way, it just sounds.
You had the derogatory connotation, man.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I did that.
You did that.
I heard it wrong, I guess.
Yeah, no, there was nothing wrong.
Why do we always have to go there?
Yeah, Kyle.
I didn't go there. What? All right.
I didn't bring it up.
It's on me. It's on me.
I'm just saying. I agreed with Cody that fucking.
Okay.
You know, Jerry and Joel got fucking screwed over.
But so, what is another classic Marvel or DC story arc that you guys would like to see redone in a cartoon miniseries or a movie?
Yeah, the only one I wanted to see in film they just did was Civil War. They didn't really do it the way I wanted it to be done. But
okay, that's something I want to ask you guys. Was that even similar to the comic whatsoever?
It's inspired by.
Yeah, heavily inspired by. Like if you like, I don't know, plotted it out to events and reactions, the events, consequences, and reactions were all there, but the plot was different.
Yeah, it's like
kind of like the end of the Watchmen.
Like, did Peter Parker come out?
No,
because that was a big deal on Civil War.
That was like one of the more disappointing things to me.
And oh man,
granted,
I want to ruin it.
Wouldn't it take much weight? Like considering you just met Spider-Man in that universe, right? So him taking his mask off really doesn't hold the same power.
That could be our introduction to the character.
That would be cool, a different take on Spider-Man, but they didn't. I understand why they didn't do it. It doesn't really make that much sense in that universe. He was still fantastic. He's like hands down the best Spider-Man in movie form.
And speaking of fantastic, sorry, my brother was telling me that Fantastic Four is on Netflix now.
Yeah, I started to watch it the other night, and it's bad.
The new one?
All right. So all right. If anyone's listening, I fucking think that I want to be the showrunner, director for a Fantastic Four television show. I mean, fuck it. Stop with your movies. I want to see like the majority of the first season. They don't even have powers. They're struggling to get to space. You know, they want to achieve.
That sounds like the beginning of that very bad movie.
No, but I mean, fuck it.
I don't want that, man. You're already losing me on
I want to draw it out. If you're going to make it a TV, because they've fucked up the movie so many times, I want it to be a fucking drama.
I don't need that fucking origin story again, man.
No, I mean, draw it out.
Especially not drawn out.
No, because I want the show to be for more than one fucking season.
Who gives a shit
But
about
why
them
can't that take place in
towerless?
2 episodes?
Because you want to fucking see these people as humans, so that when fucking Ben Grimm,
You just want to get every
You're
little
every
grit of
showrunner.
detail.
No,
You're the nightmare.
because
for
when Ben
every comic
Grimm
book
wants to
fan.
be human again, you have to know what he was like as a human, so that you feel uncomfortable looking at him as the Thing for a while.
Yeah,
You
but
can
as
know
a-
he wants to be human because he looks like the fucking Thing.
No, yeah, and like as a human being, you should just know that how a human should feel.
You can just show
As
him
an
trying to
audience,
get laid
though,
once, and then you'd understand his
just for a
plight.
while, man. Just for the like, I'd like to for like from when the show's first starting out. So for your first 2 seasons, I want you to still be thinking of Ben as a human. So when you see him as the Thing, you're upset.
All right. Do you want to see Greg's version of that, or do you just want to have my version where in one of the episodes, the Thing hangs dong, and you always understand? Just see that rock cock come out, and you go, that's a problem.
Yeah, no, I'm imagining your fucking guy looks like Tobias from Arrested Development. Baby, do you want to come help Daddy get his rocks off?
Well, how about we take a break and then we'll come back and we'll go full out spoilers for Civil War and Game of Thrones.
And who I'm casting in my Fantastic
You
Four
want to go
TV
right
show.
into that, or you got
no,
some
but
other shit?
just after the break, that'll be coming up.
Okay.
Just so people are prepared and won't whine when we ruin their favorite show. And
Man,
movie for
speaking
them.
of which,
Fair enough.
all right, before we duck out,
before we dick out.
I'm a little dicked. Man, did you guys see that they cast Han Solo?
Oh shit! Yeah, that is worth talking about.
That's like a good segue to jump out because we've all seen Hail Caesar, right?
Yeah.
So they cast fucking that dude as Han Solo. Did you know that?
What dude?
The fucking like the tumbler,
Look at his name.
the guy riding the horse there. That's like I could do the handstand. He does the handstands on the horse.
The actor that can't act.
See,
in
I
it.
didn't watch all that movie.
You didn't watch all Hail Caesar?
No, I kind of fell asleep during it.
Oh, you suck. It's
I
a
should-
good
I
movie.
should rewatch
Really?
it.
You fell asleep through
No,
it.
no, just because I was tired.
No,
just
man,
fair
I,
enough.
actually
I thought
watched
we
it.
watched it together.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did,
you
but I
probably
fell
fell asleep,
asleep.
yeah. Shit.
All right. Well, new Han Solo. I honestly think it's a good cast.
So do I.
I'm into
All right,
it.
well that's 2 versus 3 because Cody didn't fucking get a vote.
All
I
right.
guess so.
All right. We'll be right back after this break.
He pulls me into this dark office alone. He lays me down, and he's like, take off your shirt. Hey, he was good. He was a professional. Jason's warm. He loops me out low, gets it done. And he's rubbing this thing all over. He's very gentle with me. I'm about to pass out. Dude's taking forever. And now I'm slightly out of breath. He squirts me down all over my belly. But he did say that I didn't have to put my shirt back on, which was weird.
Oh, yeah. They also talk about comics. Long Box Small Talk, weekly on bmoviesandebooks.com.
And we're back. So, we want to talk about spoilers for shit, but we'll hold off on that for just a little
let's
bit, right?
come back around to fucking Han Solo.
Hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Han Solo. That's right.
You did good.
Yeah, you did good, boy.
And Boba Fett and Han Solo.
Well,
is gonna-
I guess they're saying that
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Tom
Chewbacca.
Hardy, they're like fucking huge rumors flying around about
Oh,
Tom
that he's
Hardy.
going to be in episode 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Well,
I like
at
Tom
first
Hardy.
I thought he was rumored,
Should
then
be
I
a
heard
bad
it was
guy.
confirmed. So I don't know what it is now.
I don't know either.
We're just
I
making
don't
shit
work
up,
for Disney,
Yeah.
tossing around
which
rumors.
is a fuck up on Disney's part.
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, I wish to fuck up on your part for sure. You'd be way cool if you worked for Disney.
That would be cooler.
Like, I'm a huge fan of their work.
Not mine, though.
Well, I mean,
That's fair.
So, how young is he supposed to be in this movie?
Well,
Because
I
wasn't he
don't really
fairly young in A New Hope?
know.
I don't think so.
Assumedly, I would say he's
How,
like,
well, I'm sure someone has said how much older he is than Luke, somewhere along the lines.
yeah, I don't know exactly.
I wanna say that
Was
he's
Luke
at
like
least 5
15, 16?
he's
in
supposed to
A
be
New Hope?
16,
19.
19?
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought he was younger.
No, it's 19. And I would say that Han's got to be at least 5 years older. I put Han at like 23,
25.
24.
Okay. So,
I would. It's kind of,
it's going to be hard.
It
Because the age difference isn't going to be enough that a different actor. Do you know what I mean? It's,
well, I think
it's going
it'll
to be
be
tough to like disassociate.
It depends on how
Harrison
young they
Ford
make him.
with
I don't
this.
want them to do that like he's kid and he's coming like the guy's not young enough to play like him like 12
Well, okay.
or
Well,
some
what do we
shit,
know?
right?
What
Like,
do we know
he's
about
gotta be-
Han? Right? Like,
We have to know why fucking
No.
Greedo wanted to kill him.
because it fucking had a bounty. We know exactly. That's not even. We know why.
No,
that's
but
already a
we
thing.
want to see it.
Oh, okay.
you want to see that part just before A New Hope?
Oh no. See,
Like
Well,
him
why not?
jumping cargo,
Like all
cargo?
those little like,
that's what I was
Easter
gonna.
eggs.
So what do we know about Han though? Right. So Han wears Imperial pilot pants. Or an Imperial officer pants. Those pants that he wears with the red
stripe or
checkers.
the yellow stripe.
Or in the yellow stripe. Those
According
are.
to who?
This, I mean,
Not in
I'm
any
gonna
of
give
the
him credit.
movies.
I mean, yeah, they've never actually said that, but
No,
that
you're
is
right. But
supposed
I'm
to be
just
what it
saying
is.
though. But that's the point. Is that Han graduated from the Imperial Academy.
Well, no, he could have just fucking yanked some dude's
Yeah.
pants.
I'm pretty sure though that his character was that he
Those
was
some nice skinny pants. Like
okay.
yeah, you look hot in them
I'm
stripes.
just trying to say,
motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure that Han went to the Imperial Academy, whether or not he graduated or whatever, but that he
man,
did.
this is like conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's not okay that Han did something illegal, got caught, and went to the spice mines of Kessel
No, let him go. I want to know.
Yeah.
because that's where he meets Chewie. Because Chewie swears a life debt to Han when Han frees him from the spice mines.
Okay,
of
so
Kessel.
did someone write this in like a novel or
This
something?
is Han's backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from where?
canon?
Well, I mean, it was canon up until fucking
So it's not.
but it was. I'm
Fair,
just saying.
but yeah.
But that's how I'm starting this.
give him
This
credit.
is what we know about Han Solo. This is
This
his
is what you
backstory.
know. I didn't know this about him.
All right, Han Solo's from Corellia, which I don't know much about that planet. I think it's well off. I'm pretty sure it's a well off planet. You know, like it's upper class, first scale.
Yeah, but are you sticking to all of this even though it's not canon anymore?
This is what the no. Yes, I guess I am because that's all we know of Han Solo's character. You can't rewrite his history.
Well, yeah, you can.
Why?
It wasn't in a movie or anything. They
Yeah.
can totally do it.
All right, that's fair.
They're probably going
But I mean,
to.
that was the accepted thing, right? So we know that he was working for Jabba enough in the prequel to The New Hope that he dropped a cargo. We can't all be having pilots dropping cargoes at the first sight of Imperials.
Maybe it's him making the Kessel Run, whatever the fuck that is.
We know he made the Kessel Run in
That'd be
under
awesome to see.
under what is it, like 13 point something?
12 parsecs.
12 parsecs.
He should do it by accident
I think it's
too.
12.
And so like the whole parsec thing, right? Because the idea of him doing it in a smaller amount of time compared to other pilots.
Well, that's the whole thing. Parsec's a unit of distance,
so
not
the
time. So it's
suggestion
supposed to
being
be
is that
yeah.
if you're here, A, and the Kessel is over here at B, there's multiple routes to get there, and
The
some
Kessel.
are more dangerous than others. And Han made it in the more dangerous route, which is
The
the
shorter
shorter
route.
route.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
in theory, it was supposedly that
Yeah,
it said there was an
but
asteroid.
in that theory though, couldn't they just go as slow as they wanted?
That's fine. That's not how Han does it, but you're right. You're right. But I
Tried
think
to
it
lean
was.
as far
I think
away as
it's.
possible. I'm seeing stars after that. Holy
I think
shit.
it's like supposed to be like around an asteroid field or something.
Okay.
So he's got to like navigate through this asteroid line.
Okay, over there, Kyle.
I tried to hold that sneeze in so much that I'm still seeing
Man,
stars right now.
I went to a friend's
Oh,
house
shit.
last night and she had a cat, and I came home just fucking covered.
Yeah, it was fucking shit.
Oh, that's.
I don't
terrible.
understand how that happens. Just
I'm
I was
so
there for
glad
an
I don't
hour.
have pets. Like I love having a pet, but I can't do it for the like covered in hair and
Yeah,
allergies
it's
part.
so awful.
Kills me. I actually, speaking of which, I had to babysit Lindsay's mom's dog yesterday. Pain in the fucking ass.
Buster.
Oh, Buster. God damn.
Oh man. Well, okay. Sorry.
Dog's like 15 fucking years old.
This is canon. Is that
He is 15.
they just introduced in one of the comic story arcs a character that was claiming to be Han's wife.
Yeah, but you said that was bullshit.
It was bullshit, but we found out basically that Han has like this whole previous network of working with spies and shit like that. This character, we don't know much about her yet. She's still a player. The comics are still unfolding. I'm
All
excited.
right, so they've built up some backstory.
There
from
is,
that we didn't
like there's a
about.
bunch of shit going on, right? So you're right. I mean, the stuff that I just previously announced, I mean, that's the old canon as far as we know.
All
So
right,
I'm staring
interesting to
blankly
see
out
what his
into the
movie is
fucking
anyway.
skyline right now because I'm just like wondering, but where Han Solo.
One day we're gonna just have to post up what Greg's view is during this podcast. How often you commented at this point? I just staring at the trees. Was light, but now it's dark.
Well, I mean, out our front window.
This is my
window
Greg
is
impression, by the way,
ghetto.
which I don't think is really spot on.
But out the other window is some beautiful pine, solid pine.
It's good pine. All right, so I guess I'll bring up my topic for the week. That's what I was going to talk about. And it's been noted on this podcast before that I don't really give a shit about music. Sounds fucked up and weird
You'd almost be
to
like,
almost everybody.
yeah, it is. I mean, it is weird. Like, Kyle, how long have we been friends? I want to say
Like
I don't know.
A long time. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know.
Upwards, we'll say 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, probably longer, but yeah.
And in that time, I got to add, up until today, I can only tell you 3 musical artists that Kyle listened to. And out of that list of 3, fucking one of them was from yesterday. And then I found out another one today, making that 4. But I mean, I can tell you that Kyle liked the Beach Boys. And I wasn't convinced he had an album in his vehicle. And I'm not convinced that it wasn't in the vehicle when he purchased the vehicle.
In fairness, the Beach Boys.
He was name dropping some.
Yeah, but see, when I first met Kyle, he had a fucking 1.5 foot tall mohawk and moshing around. And for all I knew, Kyle was super into the punk music.
No, Kyle
scene.
just like
okay.
drank.
Well, in fairness, I was. Like, I mean, then,
in the local scene, at least.
Yeah,
like you were like looking up
but
obscure punk records and shit.
No, I was like, I mean, I was, but through other people. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't have a record player, and I didn't even have a stereo. But I listened to like every different thing for as far as like local punk and everything when I was younger and in high school. But outside of that, I never I bought a stolen iPad or iPod that I had for like 2 months before it broke when I was a kid, and then never had anything else to really never spent the money to listen to it again. Had phones and stuff, but I'd grown out of the punk scene and didn't really know what to download or listen to, and then just kind of just didn't or buy, and just didn't do it. And so for a long time, I played video games, I read comics, I watched movies, but just didn't really know what the fuck to listen to when it came to music. And this is what my topic wants to be. I need help. Where do I start back again? I got Spotify.
That's not what this fucking topic is. Yeah, man. It's like that in the whole fucking however many years that we've known each other, Kyle's trying to hustle me fucking music. Like, I've never heard of it before. He's like, Greg, did you know there was this thing when like they play fucking sound in a rhythm? It's called music.
I never did this at all. What are you talking about?
Like,
I never do that.
It's like, man, you heard it before, and it's like wonderful. I get this like, I don't know what to do with my feet.
dude, you should check this.
That is
shit
not
out,
the case.
dude.
Like, I mean, everybody, no one can go through life without listening to fucking music. I listened, but it just was never something I searched for, right?
Well,
so here's the weird thing. I just don't know where to get back into. I have Spotify. I can listen to like the top charts or whatever, or search playlists, which I'm doing.
yeah.
Listening to stuff, learning a bit about mostly older music, listening to stuff I remember from the 90s.
Sinatra.
Some Frank Sinatra, was obviously way before my time.
He's like
Anything. But here's the problem I have with it. I'm self-conscious about all of it. There's a thing about people that listen to music where, say you meet another person that reads comics, and you start talking about it, there's not a whole lot of judging necessarily about the comics you read.
Wrong.
You're just happy.
That's wrong.
Judging
Okay,
the
maybe
fuck.
with comics is a bad call. With movies, where you don't go like,
We're
oh,
judging.
what movies do you listen to? Or watch, you're a piece of shit because you watched
Talking
that
to the wrong
movie.
people,
Yeah,
though.
we
We're
do.
really
That's
judgmental.
like you're
You're judgmental people.
You're not just-
Yeah,
you're-
see, this is the problem.
we don't know the people you're
people
talking
like
about.
you have ruined music for me. I'm afraid
Why
to
though?
listen to
I can
anything.
still. I can see. I don't close any doors. I just have a really intense bouncer at each one of them.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. Is despite
That
the
was
two of you
poetic.
being pretty, like, you'll hate on someone for certain comics or movies or whatever, you both have a pretty eclectic taste when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Like,
That's- I kinda take pride in that,
ago,
though.
you were listening to Riff Raff, and then I know when we go back in there, you're going to put on, like, George Jones. Like,
It's-
Man, the neon icon and the fucking No Show Jones.
yeah, so, like, different sides of the coin, let's say.
AKA.
So what I want to know is what the fuck should I listen to?
Oh, you just
Okay,
said
well,
fucking
let-
George
no,
Jones and
no,
Riff
don't
Raff.
give me that shit because I listen to it all the time here, and it's not. It's not.
Okay,
things,
let's make this simple. Give me your genre. Just give me a genre you want to get into.
all right. Well, really, I don't have. I would say country wise, I know what to listen to just because you guys put it on all the time here. The
You want-
old country, I get. I know the artists and stuff that you guys like, so I don't really need help in that area because I listen to it here. It's just about everywhere else, and obviously pop stuff. I can just listen to the top of the charts. I don't really need that. But what else?
Like what? So like rap?
Some hip hop, some rap. That's fine. Like some good, like a good rock. I don't know if that's even
Well,
a
like-
fucking thing anymore.
Yeah, man, I've been struggling. I ran out of good music. Like I'm fucking listening to Fleetwood Mac lately, and like.
Well,
I
see,
know
I can
you
do
listen
that.
to the same old shitty.
I know, I'm running
songs
out, man. Like, I got
over
nothing
and
left.
Over.
I'll listen.
No,
to old,
today
see,
Cody and I fucking stumbled back onto like Magnolia Electric Company, and I think you might dig it.
Magnolia Electric Company.
Yeah,
it's
kind
fucking
of.
weird.
Do you like Neil Young?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that like Canadiana kind of shit I've been into lately.
Yeah, that's
Where it's
true.
not necessarily Canadian, but it's got that kind of like folk rock, but not in a cheesy way.
Okay.
It's like kind of like the bonfire and long shadows.
It's good.
Like
I think you might dig that.
everything's got like dark overtones.
Well, we were trying to describe the color. It's like a sepia tone.
All right. Well, I can see that.
And yeah.
I know.
To be honest though, dude, where I get a lot of the music I listen to is from fucking skateboard videos.
Well, I know that
Through my
yeah.
whole life, like they've always been so on point with showing like underground artists that like after I listened to it, it's like, oh shit, I should know who this was, you know?
Yeah. Oh man,
I think I'm that way now with just from movie soundtracks.
man, get into some Cohen and some Tom Waits. I think you'd be digging that if you're listening.
Well,
to
no,
some
I
Frank
know
Sinatra.
Tom Waits, and yeah, like I mean, I'm not completely dead to the fucking like music universe. I know it's a weird question to ask anybody. It's
Well,
just because
there's
it
not
is
much.
Really...
No, so for modern day music, there's nothing I'd recommend you. Nothing new I'd recommend
Daniel.
you at all. It's Daniel Romano. It's fuck like. Like you know all the rap I like that's modern, like Earl Sweatshirt and like Action Bronson, like
Yeah,
but you know that already. There's really not that much that's exciting these days.
Like right now, man, I'm pumped because they're going to be re-releasing the Twin Peaks soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome.
The Hip have a new album coming. The Tragically Hip have a new album coming out.
Daniel
Red-
Romano has a new album.
Daniel Romano, Mosey is coming out at the end of this month. Fucking Chili Peppers got a new album coming out for the first time in 5 years.
Yeah, their new hits actually not that bad.
Man, I like it. I've listened to it a couple of
it's
times
like
now.
It's a pure funk song,
They're
which is
fucking
them,
killing it.
you know.
I
It's-
got a question then. It's someone you guys are both obviously regular people, listen to music all the time. How often do you feel embarrassed by what you listen to?
And the older I get, never.
I'll be honest though, when I was young and I was like a real big like wigger, when I was like G'd up from the feet up, I fucking would actually like. I remember getting into Nirvana and Rancid, but being embarrassed to let my parents know that I thought that then like some obscure country songs, I would hide it like that I liked rock and shit. And just because
Well, your parents would have been happy to hear it.
they would have been so happy to hear, but I was like just keeping up this impression, like, oh, I'm a fucking.
I'm an
G.
individual.
I wear my
own
hat
man.
backwards.
That's a weird thing about music that
But not anymore.
It's so people take it so much as defining who you are.
See where
It used to.
I can fit in with any crowd, you know. Like there's something I like everywhere.
Well, yeah, it's just like you're not
I can
going
put
to
on
talk.
fucking reggae. I can put on like death metal.
You read
I
the
think
room.
that's the thing that why I'm getting into it. Sorry to interrupt, but like just because I'm getting older and I feel less embarrassed about it. Like I can listen to some Frank Sinatra or some shit, and I'm not a weirdo for
No,
doing
you're cool for doing it.
it. I wouldn't go that far, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, there's
Greg? Sorry, I cut you
nothing.
off.
No, these days, man, you're respected for having an eclectic taste in music.
Yeah.
Like the more like diverse and like
I don't know. The top 40 is what you don't listen to.
like I take pride in the fact that I can put on like some really intense hardcore punk, but also like Action Bronson and Riff Raff.
Yeah, you can
Fucking
like multiple
Roger
things
Miller.
because you're not just,
And like
pigeonholing yourself.
George Jones, but like none of them ironically. Like I actually like
You
this
just
shit.
like the music.
Yeah.
But Greg, you even just said top 40 is not what you listen to.
Oh, I
But
mean,
like, is
just
that like, is it judged? Like,
No,
do you
fuck
still
no. I
look
mean,
at
I know
someone
the
as, like-
words for most of the top. No, that's not true. I don't listen to the top 40s anymore.
No, like
But I mean, like, no.
I hear a
it's
lot of
just
pop
like
music at
What Cody
work,
was
it
saying though,
sucks.
if you want to like, pride yourself and all that shit, it's just like, yeah. If I come in, I'm going to play you 40 songs. Not one of them is going to be in the top 40 list. Like we know songs that.
Yeah, but that's a weird little bit of a judgment, right? You want it to be a deep, eclectic taste, and not necessarily what's just played on the radio.
oh, there's always judgment. Like
Well, not anymore.
no, man. Everyone's always judging people over everything.
Not
Yeah.
over, not over.
Subconsciously,
just- for
everyone
some
always
reason-
is. The way you dress, people are judging you. Like the fucking food, the drink you order at the bar, people are judging you.
I guess, but that's exhausting. And I mean,
It
don't
is
got- I don't got time for
exhausting.
that shit anymore.
No,
I get it. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't have time.
I mean, I'm the one to
We're
talk. I used
fucking
to be
adults.
the fucking biggest asshole in the bar. You know, just being talking loud so everyone can hear
no,
me
but
and,
you
like,
still fucking do shit subconsciously. Like ordering a whiskey, there's more to it than just drinking the whiskey. There's something about ordering a whiskey that you enjoy, and I'm not saying just you. I'm talking about the general you.
Oh,
I
like
mean,
because
I
it's
guess.
considered
I do
like
enjoy
a
drinking whiskey.
There's
There's
manly
something-
thing
no,
to
there's
it.
just a lot of things out there where like you don't think, but you're always putting on a show. So when it comes to music,
Man, you're
like
talking to the wrong guys. We're fucking drinking, smoking, and putting on a podcast right now. We are, in fact, always putting on a show.
yeah,
Well,
attention.
no,
whores.
I get that.
Yeah, we're whores.
I get, I get that. Obviously, there's like a persona everyone generates that they want to see, right? Like that's the. Like it doesn't matter really how old you get. There's the things you like define you in our
being
generation.
hip
right?
is cool. Like
It's hip to be square.
It's hip to be square, man. Like straight up. Like you might say, "Oh, this is me," but you want to be you for some reason.
Yeah,
No
like
one
the
just fucking wakes up one morning and is like, "Oh, I'm so fucking original. This is me. This is 100% me
No
from
one's
like
ever
the
done
day
this
I was
before.
born."
Yeah.
It's like, no, everyone's just like an amalgamation of every influence they've had their entire life. And I feel like opening and not like closing off any doors these days with my music, that's the way to do it. Like I have no problem just listening to death metal, listening to country, and listening to hip hop.
No, I agree.
All of them have garbage artists. All of them have amazing artists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be picky, but don't be like, oh, I don't listen to rap because rap sucks or country's stupid.
I've never heard every rap song, so I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
that's just it, you know.
Fuck, man, what was it you're playing there tonight? Fucking Emma.
Yeah, MF Doom's first band, like KMD,
That was good. What was
Yeah.
the album called? Black Hole?
and the Black Bastards.
Black Bastards. That's
Yeah.
a way better title. It was
Yeah, I
good.
found it through a Nardwuar interview.
Yeah?
Yeah, Nardwuar like hooking some people up, like holy fuck.
That leads me into the next half of this question. So I this came up because I got a Spotify account I got a new cell phone and a new contract or whatever. Came with Spotify Premium, which is now how I'm discovering music. I'd never used Spotify really before, and pretty much like if I want to listen to the top 40, I just hit the thing like what are the charts. But if I want to listen to Motown, I just type in Motown. It just hits me with a playlist or whatever I want to listen to, right? Or like whatever genre. But neither one of you guys uses Spotify. I feel like it's really popular, but I don't really know.
You calling us ignorant?
No. I wonder how the fuck you're discovering new music if it's not through this.
bro.
YouTube is
Well,
how
he
you do
just
it.
said skate videos.
Skate videos,
and
yeah, that's true.
YouTube, man.
We know
Related videos.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it is
YouTube's-
like a suggestion.
No,
to
you
that
just
thing.
keep going. You
Remember
just keep
when you were
clicking
kids
and you go farther and
And
farther
you guys
into
had
the
like
internet.
the Tamagotchi pets, and you could starve it and shit.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube is like our new Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's like our pet.
and we train it every day.
Every once in a while, we get it all fucked up, and then you log in. It's like, what the hell are these videos is recommending me?
What the hell do you watch when you're drunk?
Like
Yeah,
top 10
exactly.
scenes from Top
But every
Gun.
once in a while, it knows. Like today, we put on a video. We were through that video. We were trying to figure out what this other song was, and it just automatically came on. So
Oh, yeah.
YouTube knows.
If
man.
you put your time in, YouTube can be like a good girlfriend.
'Cause
She
I
just
remember-
knows when you want a sandwich.
When it was like the punk scene and we were in like high school, it was like a lot of like weird pride and was like taking in discovering a new band that no one else had heard about. And then
oh,
you
I
put it
still
on.
take pride in that.
Yeah, and I get that, but it was like I remember doing it once. It was like through fucking BitTorrent or some shit. I found this band no one else been listening to, put it on, and it's like, oh, we're really into it. And I was like, well, this is like a weird. I don't really take pride in this because I didn't fucking come up with the song. I don't know why everyone's really proud of somebody for like finding it or whatever. It was a weird thing, and MySpace was like kind of construct or became that whole idea, right? Like
Is MySpace
Finding-
still around?
I think so for bands anyway. No one really gives a shit anymore. But that was what MySpace became, where it was just finding other independent bands and everybody discovering it and sharing it. And that was like when I was just getting out of high school. So I didn't really give a fuck. But I don't know, like it was like show and tell. Like kindergarten style show and tell then. Like in high
See,
school. Like,
I-
hey, I found this one and this is where it came from.
Well,
and
fuck. Like these days, I'm still collecting records and I'm still buying obscure comics, but I feel like I don't get the reward of showing them to anybody because like no one gives a fuck,
Well, you show them to us.
man. Yeah,
That's
you guys
pretty
don't
much
give
it.
a fuck. Greg,
Yeah,
admit
no,
it. You don't
not
give
fair.
a fuck.
Our taste is
Well, when
really
I,
drifted.
yeah, like when I pull like my my Drawn and Quarterly collection out. You don't fucking care.
You're right.
And sucks, man. Like living in a city and honestly being the only person who's probably into this shit.
Oh, that's you through and through, though. That's what you want. You want to be the one guy. And
no, because it would be nice to fucking
the struggle's real.
relate with somebody.
I mean, you compare.
The problem's not.
Like, be jealous of somebody. I want someone to have a better collection than me, and then be like, "Oh fuck."
Well, I'm sure they do.
But who are they? No one in Kingston.
That you
There's
talk
probably
to,
somebody. Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you.
No one at the comic shop that I've ever seen.
Fair. But that's you through and through. You're Mr. Independent. You want to find the fucking obscure thing that no one's heard of, and that's the one you love.
Well, that's what's good about music, especially if you can find something that blows up 2 years later. It's kind of a good feeling. Although you end up hating that artist.
Because it got popular. Yeah, it's like we listened to Against Me a lot when we were younger, and then it became like this huge popular thing, which I feel like everybody who listens to Against Me
It was
says
popular
about
for
them.
like fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then it was like, oh, everybody hated them, and then no one put it on again. It's died. It was the soundtrack to every party when I was in high school, and then no one fucking listened.
Well,
to
they were great for sing-alongs because everyone knew
could
the
learn.
words.
Yeah, they knew the lyrics.
Like I remember that's how I met you guys, like through Against Me sing-alongs. I was like, oh, this is what we do every weekend. This is gonna be fucking awesome.
And then they
So I could do this. And like the second I learned 4 chords on a guitar, I impressed so many people. They're like, holy fuck, man, you rock those 4 chords. I'm like, damn, I felt like a god.
Good times, man.
Yeah, it was good times.
Anyway, well, that's it. I guess I'm just looking for suggestions on some Spotify playlists. That's a weird thing to ask, but
Yeah,
I got nothing real.
I've been on Spotify before, and you can type in, I'm pretty sure, like Canadian folk or like
oh yeah, it's totally
something like that.
No,
do some shit like that because that's good for like the early summer times. You know, it's just starting to get warm.
Man, just the other day, I literally just typed in like warm summertime, and it was like, oh yeah, here's a warm summertime playlist. Fucking, it was awesome. Had a good time. Listen to it.
They know what they're doing.
At all.
It's a good service. Free ad for Spotify. There you go.
All right. Tell me more about Civil War Boys.
You want to get into the spoilers?
Well, yeah. I don't know.
You don't mind if it
Fuck
ruins
it.
it for
I
you?
don't know. No, not at all. Just because
alright.
I've read the comic, so fuck it. I should.
So
know
you
what
read
happens.
the comics, all right. So you know the start, and that is like the kind of reality TV show following a young group of mutants, and then they blow up school,
Yeah,
like chasing a bad
Nitro,
guy.
I
Nitro
think.
blows up the school,
Yeah.
and it's like everyone dies except for Speedball. I want to say is the name of the one character that lives from that group.
Sounds right.
They changed all that to Scarlet Witch and Captain America and all the like kind of new Avengers, with lack of a better word, like the people that are at the end of Avengers 2, like Cap's training them. So it's like War Machine, Cap, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, and Falcon. Or is it Falcon? Is that his name? They're chasing some people, like the one dude who was, I can't remember his fucking name, from Avengers.
He was
or
the
from
fucking
Cap
dipshit
2.
that tried to beat up Captain America in the elevator.
Yeah, so like they're chasing them, like they're kind of like counterterrorism group kind of thing in this country that is, it's where Black Panther's from,
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
I was
thanks.
drinking beer.
So they're chasing them through there, and
I would have been quicker.
they gets into this big fight. Cap's having this big fight with this guy, and the guy's about to lose, and he like kind of self-destructs. But right before he does it to kill Cap, Scarlet Witch like contains the explosion and throws him way up in the air. Bomb goes off, kills a bunch of people. Like
So it doesn't actually blow up a
it
school.
doesn't.
Yeah,
No,
no.
it blows up like a
Because
building.
that was kind of a big point.
Okay,
in the
but
comic that
but
it
they
blew-
break
that
it
blew
up into multiple points though, because again, like I was saying, the outcomes, the reactions, and the fucking the outcomes and the reactions are the same, but how they get there are different. So like, in the one, it's a big deal when they blow up a school and a bunch of children die, and so in this they work it out into they start highlighting through all the previous Marvel movies the collateral damage, and then to really just break the camel's back, this event happens, but then even more so, they've decided they're going to frame Bucky.
It's funny you brought up the collateral damage thing because I feel like that's since this new Batman versus Superman, that's the theme that's really important to the new superhero fan.
Yeah, it's all about tax dollars.
Well, no, it's just something that people that are new to it just never really thought about, oh, these buildings are exploding. That's awesome. Michael Bay, fucking blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But people are dying.
Right.
People are dying.
No, but that's not even new, man. This is fucking.
No,
like,
but it's new to the layman.
like, wasn't that like The Watchmen? Or are we going back to The Watchmen again?
Yeah, but The Watchmen was not a popular fucking movie.
I
That was a pretty popular
And
movie.
the comic was even more so, but we're deviating here. We're good. So anyway, after like that one event happens, they suggest like, you know, this accord where everyone has to sign on. And then during that, there's a giant UN meeting with like everyone from Wakanda. And then that fucking bomb goes off there and everyone else dies. So it's just like collateral damage upon collateral damage. But it has the same effect as this high school blowing up.
It's probably important to say that before that whole signing happens, Iron Man comes to. Well, Iron Man gets approached by a woman who like is like, my son died in what's the events of Avengers 2? Whatever city that they
Sokovia.
Sokovia, that's it. Like the
Is
city
that what
that
it
they
is?
fall. Yeah, it is. And she's like, oh, my son was there. He was just an innocent bystander trying to do good like humanitarian work, and he died because of you. So that's like Iron Man's motivation for being.
Oh well,
like,
yeah, but even right before that, fucking Tony goes and pays for like all of MIT, funds all of their projects, and then he's like, "I'm a humanitarian." I know every.
Yeah, he
and then
stops
they like
wearing the suit
he makes a
and everything.
comment that's just like, "Oh, all good humanitarians have like a level of guilt or something like that," and she like feeds on that.
All right, well, don't give me the play-by-play just because I'll just forget every single
Yeah,
thing you
all
say
right,
to
fair
me.
enough. We're
But
going
tell
through
me
detail.
why it was awesome. Because
Okay.
you're both fans of it, right?
All right.
Yeah.
The big why, I guess, is just because they get that part fairly right as far as like a good assumption of what the reasons were for the comic, right? Like it is still a big event, and now Avengers should be held accountable for the things they do. And the big moment they get right is just the fucking fight.
Well, I get no. Like the big moment, like the reason that this is so iconic is that they open the door for now every superhero that we can possibly think about is an option. Like this is a no holds bar. Like they've set up a world now where we know that the Avengers and the villains aren't the only. I don't fucking know what term they're using in the Marvel universe. Like,
I feel like they're not the only metahumans or
well, yeah,
whatever you call
metahumans
it.
is DC, so I don't know what the fuck they're calling them. You know, like
I don't really
that
think
there's,
that's
like-
the big part I took away from it, though.
no, but that there's nothing that's really all that big of a deal in that movie, right? Like.
Well, no, I'd say the big deal is the fight. They do a really good job. The
Oh,
Avengers
you're
are
right.
the
I mean,
Avengers.
it's as an audience, but I mean, in the grand scheme of fucking the Marvel universe, there's not a lot that is the outcome.
Oh yeah, okay, fair.
Well,
Like,
there wasn't
does
a
it
lot in the
progress
outcome of the
plot?
comic either. It was just
Yeah.
it was a stupid fucking nowhere ending.
Well, no, that's not. Well,
It was.
yeah, it does the same thing that all comics do, where nothing ever done really matters.
Nothing.
Like
mattered
at
in
the end of the movie, they both didn't find out they had the same mother. You know, like they're both just like, so we agree to disagree. We agree to disagree. And Captain America's just like, oh, he fucking one of the most iconic scenes in that. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but Tony and Cap are fighting, right? And they but kind of make peace, and like, no, they don't make peace, but they're done hitting each other. And Tony goes like, that you don't even deserve that shield. My dad made it. And Cap just says, keep it, and throws the shield to Iron Man and walks away from it. And that's a big deal.
After whooping his ass with it.
Oh, yeah, but so at the end of the movie, though, Cap doesn't have the shield. That's a big deal.
Yeah, and he's a wanted man.
And he's a
basically.
wanted
But
man.
technically, is this not going to be the last Captain America movie?
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know.
Is Iron Man supposed to be done too?
No, there's
Iron
one
Man's
more.
movies have been done for a while.
But there's one more coming out.
One more Cap?
No, Iron.
I'm pretty sure there's one more Iron Man movie coming out.
Oh,
There
really? I
there
don't.
shouldn't be. I like the idea of just cap them all at 3 and then having their Avengers movies.
So, but from my understanding,
agree.
is that this movie is going to lead into Guardians of the Galaxies 2. And the reason for that is in this movie, the whole plot to Civil War is that this one guy whose wife and kids get killed through some catastrophe that the Avengers cause wants to destroy the Avengers from the inside out. And what better way to do that than to pit their two greatest heroes against each other? And he gets really political in it about doing it. He fucking brings to everyone's attention how much damage these guys are responsible for and divides the Avengers. And the whole reason he does this is because they are responsible for his family. Anyway, we don't quite know why. They don't say anything. But he kickstarts events that are responsible, that are involving the Infinity Stones. And they kind of like briefly mention it at the end, where he's like, he talks about how what he's done isn't even done yet, or he's only just starting.
Well,
or
no,
something
I don't
along
know
those
if it
lines.
had. It didn't really have that much to do with the Infinity Stones. Those are like in other episodes.
I
movies.
think that if we benchmark episode 14 and we come back around, I think I'm a little fucking tipsy, and it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I actually think that it is a big deal, and that he's done something more than we know about.
Oh, like he had something to do with like
He did
getting
more
an
shit
Infinity Stone
that
somewhere?
Well,
'Cause
because these Infinity Stones, I feel, are going to be
they are.
They're-
the next
they've
movie
already
is what
said.
it's going
Okay,
to be
and so
about.
another big thing that we learned is that the Vision, he has an Infinity Stone, and we always assumed that the Vision was really all powerful at the end of Age of Ultron. He seemed kind of pretty fucking OP there, but during Civil War, Scarlet Witch ragdolls him, like fucking
he's like
on a
weaker
whim.
than you
She's
think.
just like, fucking, I'm done with your shit, and just dummies him.
He's also responsible for like almost killing War Machine.
In the
and a bunch of other
trailers,
stuff.
when you see fucking War Machine falling from the sky, Vision is trying to shoot down Falcon and is distracted by Scarlet Witch and misses and just ends up fucking taking out
Paralyzing him.
paralyzing War Machine.
But anyway, I don't know. We're all over the place on this. Like the good parts. Anyway, the reasons to watch it. I still think, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, the battle,
Ant-May?
the two sides. Yeah, Ant-May.
Ant-Man and Spider-Man steal the show.
Anyway, but yeah, that big show off, like that fight is great. They do a pretty good job of it, in my opinion. And like,
They do the classic, man, of
it's a
Hawkman.
shitty setting, like where it's just in an air.
Hawkman.
It's in the air, like airplane hangar kind of thing, or not a hangar, but like an airport. It doesn't. That's not the best setting, but it makes sense for the plot where it's away from people and everything.
So can we give the giant spoiler?
The literally giant one.
Fucking Ant-Man, he gets big.
That's
Well, that
Giant
makes
Man.
sense.
And it's awesome.
That-
They do a really good job.
Was amazing.
And Spider-Man also, I got to say,
Well,
is
wait,
awesome.
because I always get confused. Hank Pym and this new guy is both the same thing.
Like Hank Pym gets.
how does it work in this?
So in
universe?
this universe, Hank Pym is
a billionaire.
what's the actor's name? I can't think of him.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. And he's like, so that's taking place in the past. The current Ant-Man is like inherited that role.
What's his
So-
name? Something Lang.
Yeah, it is something Lang. I don't remember his first name.
Do you know?
Of what?
The current Ant-Man's name.
Something Lang.
No.
No, I don't know. What's fucking.
See, because
I
all I
don't
know is
know.
Hank Pym's name, man.
Yeah, so he's
So
not
he's the
Ant-Man.
old
He
one. He
was the
would've been-
old Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He would have been friends with Tony Stark's dad.
Yeah, like kind of coming from that timeline. And so this like new guy, I don't know if you've seen Ant-Man, like the movie.
It was all right.
I think I started watching it and I was just kind of
His
over
character in Civil War was better. I
It.
think.
It's
than-
gimmicky.
Yeah,
Remember
it's hard
the-
to do a
it's
whole
like-
movie
kinda
on
like
him, but
the
he's
Lego movie.
it's like Hulk, right? Like some of these characters are better just accenting the rest of the Avengers than they are as a standalone character. He's a perfect example of that. He does a great job of just being funny in the moment and being on one side while Spider-Man's on the other doing the same thing. And it's funny that they're both insect based and they're both the
but
humor.
that was the joke. The
Yeah.
spider eats the ant, and
Yeah.
he fucking took down the giant ass fucking. They were even making AT-AT quotes, man. Spider-Man's like, what was that one movie there with he like bastardized Star Wars.
Yeah, that's a joke of like Iron Man's pissed off that he doesn't know what Star Wars is or whatever.
But he's
As he's
quoting
trying to
it.
wrap up Giant Man's legs like an AT-AT. They just do a good job of Spider-Man. It's funny in this thing. So is Ant-Man. They're like the comic relief to it, which I think is the best part of all of those movies and the Marvel
Yeah.
universe in general.
Spider-Man's character is all about making the joke when someone should not be making.
Yeah,
the joke.
exactly. And
Like,
they do that well. Like
Yeah.
even Falcon like makes a joke where they're like Spider-Man's kicking the crap
like,
out of him.
extremely facetious.
And he's like, that there's not normally this much talking during the fights, right?
Exactly.
And like I was like, that's perfect. They really nailed that character because he would just say stupid shit while he's fighting people.
Well, can you imagine if you just never got fatigued? So
Well, like
when-
him, yeah, he's
when
never too
people were-
tired to make
yeah,
a joke.
Yeah, you're not out of breath. You're not trying to catch your breath. He's got spidey sense, so he actually has time to think about.
Looks like a
clips.
sticky situation.
Yeah, exactly. And they do a good job of getting his powers right. He has a suit from Iron Man instead of wearing pajamas. Like they have a cool scene of like before that
Did
big
they
fight scene.
say,
Where
does
Iron
he look better in the movie than he does in the fucking trailer?
It looks the same. It's the same suit, but
Okay,
they
but it
explain
is a
that
suit.
it's an Iron Man based suit.
Okay.
The way they do it is great, and
They do this whole thing where Iron Man comes and visits him before anyone knows. Like he basically the sides are split, and like Iron Man's like, I got a guy, I'm gonna go recruit him, and it's this whole scene where he comes to Spider-Man's house and ambushes him. I'm like, oh, you want a scholarship? Meets Aunt May,
Aunt May's
who's like
hot.
young and hot.
She's not super young.
Who is it again?
Fucking
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, she's hot.
Anyway, so like, there's a cool like literally him sitting in his bedroom, like like he's got like an Apple II or whatever sitting in the corner,
Yeah,
and
he's like a dumpster diver.
yeah, so like he's like this tech nerd, and they get along based on all the things that they should get along about. They're both nerds. And click clack. Anyway, yeah, there's this a really good like scene of like Tony telling Peter what he's impressed about from his tech that he's built, and why he's like, you can get that like mentor mentee kind of thing out of them, which would be really cool in the movies, and it is really cool in Civil War, where like Spider-Man starts to learn from Tony Stark, because like they're both kind of like Bruce Banner is in the Avengers movie. Like he treats him a little bit more like an equal than everybody else, because he knows he's smart. Maybe not Tony Stark smart, because really no one in that universe is, other than maybe Mr. Fantastic. But they do a good job, and it's fun. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much the best parts to me. Like that and the fight.
I forget.
Solid job, man.
Yeah, he treats him like a fucking equal up until he starts talking down to him and like kicks him out.
Yeah, but that's Tony Stark all like through and through, right?
Tony Stark really comes off as like a bully, and not even a bully, but like a spoiled kid.
Well, that's his character.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like
You get into a lot of stuff.
They
with
like
that
make
stuff.
you hate him and then make you feel sorry for him. The one thing that was fucking creepy and I didn't like it, and I was maybe a little too baked for it, was when they showed Tony Stark as a young kid.
Oh yeah, they do weird CGI. You know how they did that in the original
Like
Captain America, where they show Cap really small and skinny.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
impressive.
it's off-putting, but still looks really good.
Yeah,
You know,
this
like
was
how they
creepy.
do that. They do like young Robert Downey Jr. in this, and it's so good that it's terrifying.
No, it wasn't good at all. It looked fake. Like
It
the
did look
Hulk
fake to
looked
me.
better than
Weird.
young Robert Downey.
I'd like
Jr.
to see
did.
that.
I thought it looked good. I was impressed in how they did it. I don't know.
I didn't like it.
Well, that's just because you know that he's old, and that's weird.
All right, Kyle, out of 10, what do you rate it?
I'd give it a good 7.
Yeah,
For not being
average as fuck.
It's like
7.
it didn't nail it out of the park for me as far as
What's your
what I expected.
out of the Marvel franchise, then what's your favorite?
The first Avengers or the original Iron Man, one of the
first
two.
Iron Man's my favorite.
Oh man,
What about you? What do you
for
rate
my
it?
favorite? Oh, for what I'd rate it.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy actually is also up there for me.
Yeah, I want to rewatch that again. It's been a while because I'm all about like my favorites were the Captain America movies. Like each one is my favorite one. So like the first Captain America was my favorite. The second one was my favorite. And this one's my new favorite. I don't know. Winter Soldier's still really fucking good.
See, the Captain America movies are great, and they're great in a different way than the other ones to me. Like, cause I love a good action movie, they take it to a next level. As far
And
as
I wasn't.
they're
a
always
big
the
fan.
biggest action movies.
I love Joss Whedon, and it cuts me to say I didn't really like Age of Ultron.
Oh, Age of Ultron sucks.
You know, and like I love Joss, but as
But
far as this
I
movie
think
goes,
he would say that sucks.
I don't know, man. I would give this like it's my favorite Avengers movie, and it really wasn't even an Avengers movie.
It
Yeah,
kind of.
it's-
It seems like it was though.
No, it totally gets the vibe that it is, but it's just not titled that.
But I don't know. I would give it a solid, -2 on the Jungle Book scale.
So I guess an 8.
The fuck does that even mean?
That's
man?
an 8.
Is that an 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So I give it a nothing because I haven't watched it yet. But something I have watched is the new Game of Thrones. We're going to take a short break.
Segued.
And we're going to
Wait, hold on. Can we make an? I know, sorry, man, but can we make it like this? Is this the first time we've had 2 breaks in a show?
No, we just had one on the
No.
last one.
We've had more than 2 breaks in a show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
just talking logistics, not really need to be on the podcast.
But it's not the logistics. It was the milestone. I was going to celebrate a milestone.
anyways, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right
you
back.
guys are so fucking disinterested in life.
Hey,
Hey, this is Craig Wade.
And Brian Allen Delaney from B Movies and Ebooks, a podcast about cult and horror films and genre fiction.
You can catch new episodes on iTunes and Stitcher every Wednesday, or you can watch us live on blab.im Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Central.
B Movies and Ebooks. We bleed fiction.
All right, we're back. This time with some Game of Thrones spoilers. So, episode 6, or sorry, season 6, anything spoiler up for grabs right now, right? That's the way we're going. We already did episode 1. This is 2 and 3.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Jon Snow lives. That's obviously the thing to talk about.
Wait, what?
Oh, shit. Sorry, bro.
Oh, man, I missed that episode?
You must have.
I only got as far as 2 heads exploding, and I was like, it can't get any better than this, and I left before the end credits.
Was that not rushed?
Yeah, in the grand scheme, it looks dumb as fuck that he was only dead for one episode.
No, we talked about this, okay?
Well, we did.
No, man,
no one
all
else
right.
heard it.
Yeah, that's fair. That might have happened. But no, if, for example, Cody, if me, you, and Kyle are all part of the watch, and the 3 of us are the select group that went north of the wall, and we actually saw White Walkers. And how many of the people actually saw White Walkers? It was only a handful.
No, not a handful.
No, you're right.
They came back.
They came back, right? So anyway, we've seen White Walkers. We know that if you die, you're going to come back as a White Walker. How many days can Jon actually be dead before we just burn his body?
That was that makes. He's right. That
Well,
makes
that's fair.
sense.
Well,
No,
they
you're
even
right.
talk about that.
It just
So, and also,
scheme,
as an
little
audience, we waited
shit. Yeah, but that's the thing.
a
that's
year
weird.
minus 10 fucking weeks. So that's a long time we waited. The fact that they didn't do it in the first episode
It was
we waited. So next.
What are you calling next time? What are we done? That's it? That's all we're talking about?
No, on that topic,
Jesus.
I'm done with that one. Next.
No. All right. So Jon Snow's back. That's the big thing. Obviously, that's awesome.
Well, no, but all right. So his wounds didn't heal.
No, they don't heal. When you get brought back by the Red Priest, that happens for Beric Dondarrion.
I know,
or
but he
whatever.
had scars though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, like they kind of healed enough for his body to work because he got like half his shoulder chopped
but
off.
is that like is he, when you fucking
And
die in
Jon's
a
wounds
video
are
game?
closed.
But they
They're
weren't.
no, they're closed. He rubs his hands
And,
over
like,
them, not
It's only
into
been a few days, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I guess maybe. I'm still thinking the initial he woke up and they were still like he was touching sores.
Yeah, they're totally still there, but I mean, they don't seem like they're super
So-
immediately fresh.
he killed that fucking kid. I was pretty happy about that.
That was
Yeah,
great.
Ollie, that son of a bitch.
That was amazing.
fucking kid. That was a good scene, though. Man, that kid was a good actor because
yeah.
he knew how
Oh,
to
yeah.
look pissed off.
Oh yeah, and bitter, and it
But it
a
was
good
one of those things
character.
where you felt bad for the kid, too, because...
Yeah, but-
who understood his job. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if it had been Jon doing it to someone who'd killed his parents,
You don't-
we all would have been
you don't
pumped.
kill
No,
your
no.
Lord
What are you talking
Commander.
about, man? Jon had the opportunity to leave the watch and go and fight with his brother, and he did, and his brother died. He has that on him.
No, but he totally would have killed. Like,
And
I
that
mean, if,
fucking
if
kid-
the guy who was responsible for his death, if fucking Joffrey rolled up on the wall, he would have killed him.
I don't know that Jon would
And
have.
it would have been like, I'm the king.
I don't know that
Jon
Jon
probably would
would
have still iced that motherfucker.
I don't know that he would.
So, John, at the end of the episode, just says, my watch is over. What the fuck's up with that?
That is like the first legal loophole, I think.
He's ever
It was
doing.
like, what, you get brought back from the dead? It's like, fuck it.
Well, no, he died. So up until like
watch
the
is
whole
he
ended.
thing
gave his
is-
life for
He gave
for
his
the
He
life.
watch.
gave
for
his
the
life.
watch.
He gave one life. He's the
And-
rare motherfucker that gets
But he
two.
still came back and killed those guys as the Lord Commander.
Yeah, because he was vengeance, motherfucker. He's a changed
but
man.
Do you think that'll be... So what, John's leaving while Sansa's on her way up to go meet him?
Yeah.
He's going to, I was going to, I was going to say,
They're
who's
just
going to
gonna-
stop him from leaving?
Do you guys want to do it where we talk more about episode 2 and then 3, or do you just want to get right into 3 and where we're sitting right now?
Well, people are caught up.
Yeah, new is better.
But I just mean for sake of
Well,
conversation.
if something comes up,
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, I probably might blur the events. from
What do you
season
think
3.
John's going to do?
I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, I don't
Head to
know either.
Winterfell and take care of Ramsay.
Yeah, that's my assumption.
Gather the wildlings.
Take the wildlings, take Winterfell. That's
Yeah.
what I assume his move is.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Are the
And then you
Wil-
go take all the armies of the north and then go fight at the wall.
So the
And
wildlings.
Rickon's back.
No, but
Yeah,
hold on. The
that's all.
wildlings got a section of the watch, though, didn't they? Like, or at least part of.
No,
what
no,
they-
they didn't get any part of the watch. They took over, like, to
But they're
save
not.
John.
But they're not part of the fucking black.
No. They do get.
But now
like, John
they
promises
basically
them
take
land.
they came and saved the day though. So they've basically overpowered the watch.
And
So,
I
yeah,
think,
what-
I
what
think
is-
John's
what-
gonna go take, like, he's gonna use the wildlings to go take over Winterfell, and as promising the wildlings land will be his thing. That'll give him an army. he can go take Winterfell,
Do you not
take back
think-
his homeland.
I kind of feel like that
Rally the
after all
armies.
of that,
But
man,
what the fuck? Because Stannis already offered it to him.
No, hold
so
on.
This
hold
is
on,
also counterproductive.
Hold on. Back up. John was the leader already of the Night's Watch. He's had his hand at being a fucking leader, and it didn't work out. I kind of got the feeling that when he handed over the cloak, that it was almost like, I'm going solo. You know, my fucking
Oh yeah, I get that. Too.
my being in charge is over, and
You're-
now John's gonna do something like espionage.
He's still gonna rule the wildlings though.
You know,
That's
I
my-
kind of think
Yeah,
that,
he's rolling with them. He's totally the
'Cause he-
leader.
all
of
right,
the
He
Wild.
needs some kind of army when Daenerys.
no.
rolls
See,
over.
but John's fucking story arc is modeled after what we know about Benjen, and Benjen's just respected heavily by the wildlings, but solo.
No, Benjen wasn't respected. They hated Benjen.
Yeah,
Oh
they
no,
hated
that's
him.
true. But they like.
But
well,
no, I think that one of
they
the most
feared him, I
important things
guess.
that John did was letting the wildlings through the wall, and
Yeah,
that's,
that's
going to be
whole-
like they're going to be the backbone to fighting.
They love him.
when winter comes.
Like Torment, Chinespan, like the relationship between them is one of the stronger of the like relationships I think at this point of any like main character to a side character.
Wasn't that a funny joke?
Oh yeah, his like little dick joke.
yeah.
It's a solid joke. I loved that. It was awesome. I love that fucking character a ton.
Yeah,
he's
he's
like
a good character.
probably my favorite character right now, and I totally think that shown by the fact that he came back with a whole army to save John, obviously is dedicated to him.
Well,
He
because
is-
John saved them.
yeah, exactly. He's the new I'm forgetting the name, the King Beyond the Wall that he already killed.
Oh yeah,
This is the
man.
second time.
Fuck
we forgot
yeah.
his
Yeah,
fucking name.
we did. We forgot it twice.
Well, man,
Yeah,
they
there's a lot of
try to
names,
pretend that he was an important character, but he was really not.
That's fair.
But he's obviously that new, like
King beyond the wall.
yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, you were
Even
saying,
better because he actually did free them.
So yeah, I also mentioned Rick.
I was just gonna say, yeah, you were
Yeah,
talking
Rickon's
about Rick,
back.
and the
That's a
one
big deal.
you brought up the fact that like all their characters, all the characters, like the Stark children and their relationship to their animals, like their wolves.
That's 100% a thing.
So like Rickon having the most wild animal.
Made him the most wild Stark.
yeah, for sure. And,
And-
like we're just ready for him to explode.
And when I was
Especially now that
watching
his
it,
dog's dead.
it's a huge deal that his dog, like that Shaggy dog, is dead.
Well, a
that's-
few of them are dead now at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Is it
certainly
only
it never bodes well for a Stark if their dog's dead.
No, it's true. There's
Which
there's
one's died? Arya's or Sansa's? Because
Sansa's.
Sansa's dead.
But Arya's pretended it was hers.
No,
Arya
Arya threw
freed
rocks
hers
at her
when,
dog
when
and
she
told her to
attacked
go away.
Joffrey.
So Arya's dog's
Nymeria.
still out there.
No,
Yeah.
was
No,
it
Nymeria,
Arya's? No,
yeah.
I thought it was Sansa's dog that attacked Joffrey.
No, it's Arya's dog.
Right.
They kill Sansa's dog because they can't find him.
Yeah.
Princess or the fuck Queenie.
Yeah, I think it's something
She has a
stupid.
stupid-
Lady. No,
It was a fucking
Princess-
dumb
yeah,
name.
something. It's a bad name. Summer is.
But yeah,
Who's Summer? Summer's one of Bran's dogs.
Summer's
Summer.
Bran's dog.
Where's Summer? With him?
No,
No, his dog died a while ago.
his
No.
dog died.
When did it die?
I can't
It
remember.
did though.
No, I think that dog's still alive and with them.
It's not.
No, Summer never dies. Bran has dreams
No, you
with
might
Summer
be right.
all the time, and he's still
Should I
alive.
ask Google?
Fuck, I can't remember.
Should we
Yeah,
ask
just
Google?
like, I don't know. Yeah.
But don't literally ask it, but just Google it. You can do that.
That's rude though.
You just have to ask it, otherwise it's not
No,
worth
that's
it.
just like
And it's gonna get feedback in the mic.
I won't.
Anyway, as he finds
No,
that
I
out, and
won't
it
do
probably goes boop 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 boop
I
boop
won't.
on your.
It won't. I won't do that. I'm just gonna,
Um,
I'm not even gonna look it up actually.
But I think Summer's still alive. As far as I remember, that dog's still alive. Grey Wind is dead.
Yeah.
Whatever Sansa's dog's name is dead.
Ghost is still kicking it.
Ghost is kicking it, which they do the whole thing where everyone assumed in the books, like John was in. Oh, sorry. John. Everyone assumed like John was alive in Ghost in the time that he's dead.
That would
Because
make sense.
in the books he can do that.
Yeah.
Like the Green Sea like thing, like Bran can. But in the show,
So
they
John can do that as well.
yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like
John's
Bran,
supposed to be no. John's really
But
powerful.
like
at it.
actively, like he knows he's doing it. It's not.
No.
Well, no,
not actively, but
not with as much control as
he
Bran.
knows it's happening because there's entire chapters in the books of him just controlling. Ghost.
yeah, and Ghost gets attacked by an eagle that a wildling's controlling.
Yeah.
and gets his eye scratched out, I think, or like partially fucked up. And that's a whole thing in the books, but they don't even do that in the show. Which, whatever, I don't really. It's not that big of a deal because it never really
Too
comes
many
of anything.
characters.
Yeah, it makes more sense for Bran to be that one chosen one, which I guess brings us to flashback for Bran. Huge deal in this one. The tower.
Huge deal. That was a fucking awesome scene.
Yeah, it was
Awesome
good.
scene.
I was
except
so
for Ned
happy-
Stark looked weird.
Why?
He looks like kind of Neil Patrick Harris.
He did look like Neil Patrick Harris.
So what?
That's fine. He
It's
just
a
looked
young
a little
casting.
weird. I just got to comment on it because it's a weird. Like honestly, he still looked enough like him, but it was just weird. He just looked a little off.
But I know I say you look like Neil Patrick Harris. I didn't actually care.
I've never actually enjoyed an action scene so much. As
That
I
was a
enjoyed
good
that.
action scene. Honestly, Reddit did a recut of it where they gave him like lightsabers. It was an awesome lightsaber fight. It looks even cool. That's the great thing about lightsabers. All sword fights look cooler when they're like really lit up. But yeah, awesome fight scene. Awesome to see Targaryen soldiers for the first time.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was
and-
confusing to me for the first time you see them there. I was like, what's that sigil?
Oh, I immediately knew what they were trying
No,
to tell us.
Yeah, well, see, it was stupid because like I was watching it with Lindsay, and she was like, "Who are they?" And I was like, "Oh, it's they're Ironborn because it looked like the Kraken." And then I like a second in, I was like, "No, they're not. Fuck, that's the dragon." I thought it was the Kraken.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Do
kind
you
of
know where they're hiding, Kyle?
or kind of dumb.
Oh yeah, I assume it's Lyanna in the tower and Jon's being born. Yeah, that's my guess. She's screaming because she's giving birth to Jon.
That Targaryen blood.
It's the dragon blood, dragonborn.
And he is the Lord of Light.
Yeah,
He's
all
the
hail.
Lord of everything, man. It's gonna be him and Daenerys fucking
John
happily
Jesus.
ever after.
Honestly, I don't know how much it'll be Daenerys anymore. I'm fucking sick and
Oh,
tired.
yeah,
of her.
fucking everyone's sick and tired of her, but it's gonna be her.
Well,
Otherwise, if not, then why?
So what would her relation? Well, if John is the
They're
son
supposed to be
of,
inbred.
No, but if John
Targaryens.
if John is the son of
That means Daenerys is his aunt.
his aunt,
Yeah.
Well, I mean they can do it.
He would be the son of Rhaegar, and Daenerys is the sister to Rhaegar.
They don't even know each other. They can do it.
They don't. I don't think they're gonna fuck. I don't really think that's.
They're
what
supposed to.
Why are they supposed to? That's just your judgment.
No, because the Targaryens were always supposed to be inbred.
Well, they are.
Wait,
yeah, like-
the moon and stars. The Lord of Light would suggest that that's a star.
I'm not gonna go. I
no,
don't
the
really
sun
think
and
that's that
stars.
deep.
Sun and star. Well, the sun is a
No,
star.
it's Moon and Stars. Like
Moon and
Be My
Stars.
Moon and Stars is the
So is Daenerys the moon in
like
that scenario?
that's Dany and Khal Drogo.
Yeah,
My Moon and Stars.
Dany and Jon.
it's Janie and John.
My Moon and Sun.
But the
Then it
moon,
would be.
but the star. What's the star?
A star
No,
is
the
a
star.
sun.
The star is that dwindling Khal Drogo. He died already.
But the sun is a star. Anyway, that's my.
That's what I'm saying. He's the real star,
So
the all star.
we talked about it a little last week, but that obviously didn't come out. Tyrion fucking around with the dragons.
Cool.
I'm gonna do a little spoiler. Tyrion is supposed to be Daenerys' cousin, who in the books we
Why is he? Wait. What?
Okay, so in the books, on his way to Meereen, Tyrion meets another Targaryen.
Oh yeah, you
Young
did talk
Griff.
about this. Yeah.
And this character gets built all up. You're like, oh my god, this random character is going to save the day. Him and Daenerys are going to team up, this other Targaryen. And the last book ends with him going to investigate the dragons, letting them loose. The dragons fucking torch him and kill him there on the spot. And the dragons go free and destroy Meereen.
He wasn't a real dragon then.
Well, I mean, certainly not in their point of view.
Because if the real
Like,
dragons can't be burned.
No, that's a whole bunch of
But-
bullshit
yeah, but
too. Because she gets burnt too. Dany can get burnt by them in the books.
Whatever. I'm not talking about the books.
Like she's invulnerable to regular fire, seemingly, but
And also,
dragons do
I have a
separately.
feeling like the fact that she is the mother of dragons, she might have more power. It's weird how the Targaryens have this mystical ability that seemingly the rest of the world
man, the
doesn't.
fucking dark
I think
elves,
it's more like the Targaryens originally had that, like when they were dragon riders, but it died off. Like once they ruled Westeros, right? Again, when the power of the dragons died off, so did their power. That's the way I take it, right? Like they were once,
Or because
like,
the
on a
dragons were gone
mystical
for a
force.
long time while the Targaryens were still in rule.
Exactly, but then that's when they got shitty and weaker in rule. Like the last, like Tyrion talks about, the last dragons that were born were no smaller, like no bigger than a dog, and didn't.
Well, one of the
They were inbred just like the Targaryens themselves.
one of the Targaryen kings went crazy and drank wildfire.
Yeah,
And
like,
didn't survive
yeah,
it.
you get the
He wasn't a real Targaryen.
No,
That's not a thing. He obviously was a real Targaryen.
Well,
but,
no, but
but
maybe
somehow there's got to be something in
Connection to the dragons.
In connection. When
I
dragons
agree
are
with
free and large, the Targaryens are powerful.
so. Well, but maybe like a Targaryen isn't so much your blood, but it's like a chosen lineage.
I think it's actually more about the fact that Dany is taking over a bunch of cities. Targaryens are most powerful when they're conquering. Right? They're out there wiping out cities, taking over shit. That's when dragons are bountiful and they're powerful. When they settle down in Westeros and try to focus on one thing, the power of the dragons dwindles. They dwindle.
That's
They're
far out
more
there,
about
but it makes
conquerors.
sense. I don't know. Another really big deal. Arya's eyes came back.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Do you think they actually did?
Yeah, I think they did. She's.
I'm really fucking bummed out about that, to be honest.
But yeah,
But she got her eyesight.
I'm wondering like
I was fucking fantasizing about this awesome, like basically Daredevil character.
well, yeah. Did other people?
Girl must become Daredevil.
Were other people concerned that Arya was like? Was that a thing? Like, the people were hoping that that Arya was going to get her eyesight back.
Yeah,
like,
I did.
Oh,
I'm one
John's
of
gonna
those
like
people.
season 6. John's gonna come back to life. Fucking Arya's gonna
No,
get her
I was
eyesight back.
really hoping she wouldn't. She would
Yeah.
become
Be a
disciplined
sweet
from
ass.
this.
That's
Nah,
it.
nah.
You know, like the classic blind samurai.
I hear you, but you can't play a nameless person and fake being a bunch of people being blind.
No, a girl
It's a
who's
handicap.
blind is only one person.
Yeah, and you got to be everybody.
It's true. It is known.
You're not past the blind girl.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about that and her finally her story getting going. But here's the thing I got to say about all these new episodes. This next fucking episode, they got to get to some shit. I am sick of the fucking beat around. John's alive. Arya's got
The
eyesight.
entire fucking show has been beat around.
No, I
bro.
know. That's the problem.
Well, they're just
Now
red,
we gotta
red
get
eyes.
to
They
it.
built you up to fucking Rob Stark, and then they just slice his head off.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's all
But I
beat
mean, we're
around.
running out of time now. Get to some shit. Just a bit of shit. Don't.
What
in
would be the next milestone in the
Okay,
Game of Thrones universe?
Tell me
to you?
who's in the tower. First
You
of
know
all,
who it
honestly-
is.
Yeah, I know. Show it. Get to Rob coming to Winterfell or whatever his fucking plan is, and have Arya
John.
start whooping ass. What'd you say?
John.
What did I say?
Rob.
Oh, sorry. Get to John, start whooping ass, and yeah, just do the shit that we've all been fucking expecting. Get Dany out of fucking
What happened to
past Dothrak, and let's move around. Let's move along.
I'm so pissed she's there. That's so annoying. But I can only assume she's going to manipulate those people and end up getting a monster
yeah,
army.
I mean, obviously.
I
that's what-
hope it leads
I
towards
hope that
that.
they fucking cut her fingers off. Where did Robert Baratheon's son go?
Which
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
there's-
Gendry.
Like for Gendry from first season?
Yeah,
And
Gendry's
he
gonna come
fucking-
back, I assume.
He busted out that bull sigil helmet. You know, he made
Yeah.
that balling
Yeah.
out. You know,
He's got to come back
Where's he?
randomly to save
Yeah,
the day.
because
Yeah.
everyone's coming back now.
Well, okay,
Well,
so he went
Where's
off
Sir
towards the
Davos?
wall.
No, he didn't.
No, supposedly.
No.
Well, that
Oh,
is supposed
in
to
the
kind
show
of be
he
the
didn't.
thing. No, in the show he takes off kind of without purpose
no,
or direction.
No, Davos says to him, he goes, "Where am I going to go? Back to King's Landing?" And he goes, "Do the guards in King's Landing know what you look like? No. Well, then why don't you go there?" And
Oh, he does say that? I don't
seeming
remember.
that the
I
Davos.
thought he went off towards the wall with another homie.
No,
No,
I feel
well,
like
maybe in the books, but in the
but
show
I'm
he goes
pretty-
on his own.
I'm pretty sure that Davos puts him in a boat, and he goes, "I don't know how to swim," and he's like, "Don't fall out." And he goes, "You know how to row."
That is, yeah, that
and
is
he's
how
like,
that happens.
"Do you know which way King's Landing is?" And he's like, "They know who they."
Yeah, you're right. They
I'm
do.
pretty sure they
So
just
he's
send him to King's
sitting there
Landing.
waiting.
He's just in King's Landing somewhere,
or at least, or he just.
or
died
at the very
on
least,
way.
that's where he was headed.
He could have just died on the way.
But also,
Who
where's
knows? There are people that would happen.
where's the fucking that red priest that fucking first showed us that people
Yeah,
could come
the
back?
Brotherhood without banders is
That was
not
like a
been shown in
huge
long
thing
time.
that just kind of ducked away.
That happened in the books too.
Oh no,
Yeah.
but yeah, they peel. But there's more to it in the book.
Well, the fact that they showed us that
Well, someone was saying
explains why that happened with John.
that Caitlyn
that that makes sense.
doesn't he bring back Caitlyn Snow?
yeah.
Catelyn Stark.
Catelyn Stark,
The
yeah.
same
Yes.
zombie way that fucking John came back.
Pretty sure Caitlyn Snow is the actress from The Flash.
Like the actress's name, or
Yeah,
just
the actress.
that's a bad.
Maybe no, it's the character.
But anyway,
Anyway.
you're right that is another thing that assuming because they're bringing back everything in this fucking season, things we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I would like to see Brotherhood without banners come back because that's a cool storyline.
Something that really hasn't come up is that the children of the forest are still alive.
I think that's crazy.
The way they show them all creepy in the background
they're
in those
cool.
scenes is awesome.
really cool.
They're just standing
even
there.
that is just like that.
Magic exists.
No, but even still, okay,
Yeah.
you know, imagine a world where we live. We're from we're from Winterfell, and we know the stories of the children of the forest. But when we see them, we're like, oh shit. But meanwhile, we're already fucking dipping into wolves and taking over giants. But for these people, they've never fucking seen people before.
It's so divided. Like, it's a world without internet. Where down in King's Landing, I'm pretty sure Cersei at one point says, I don't believe in
Grumpkins.
Grumpkins and
Or maybe
fucking...
that's Tyrion.
No, it's definitely Cersei. Like, they don't believe in White Walkers. They think that's all bullshit. Where up at the wall, they're facing that daily.
Like giants and shit exist. Well, that's like the other thing is that so far the only religions that we've seen that have actually pulled through is like the one god, the red god, and the god of death.
Oh, okay.
Like Arya got her eyesight back, so
Yeah.
we know there's some weight there. They've got the ability to change their faces.
Yeah.
And then they brought Jon back along with these other things like the fucking Lord of Light.
Isn't it insane how in King's Landing right now, the Sparrows, who technically we should root for?
Why?
That's
'Cause
scary. That's the
'cause
scariest
they hate
fucking thing in
Lannisters?
the world, man.
No, because of but Cersei ruling the world is not the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah, I get you. Because
I would take Cersei over the fucking High Sparrow. No, I would take that. I would.
No,
take
but think
Cersei.
about it. Every single thing that we don't like them for, they need to like confess to their sins or whatever. Like they're sinners.
Have you heard the rumor though that
They
the High
are.
Sparrow?
Oh,
is-
the Lannisters?
The Lannisters, they are.
No, but who gives a fuck? Everybody's like, do we live our current lives?
No, but
here
is
as
it not
sinners?
just funny though that who we thought were the bad guys now have a bad guy?
I think that's the brilliance of this show.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I've been rooting for the Lannisters since like the end of season 2.
You've been
when
rooting
they-
for Janie.
I like
yeah,
that.
no, but I mean, even Cersei, I can understand her motivation, and like, she's a believable character. She's a cunt,
She's
but
hot, though.
a believable character.
Did you, but I was just reading a fucking, I don't know, something that said that the High Sparrow is the Reed's dad.
Oh no,
No, he
Ginger-
dies
or-
in that scene.
Yeah, you already saw him die. Or no, he
He
not
dies in
die,
the
but at least get
flashback.
stabbed and then save Ned.
Yeah, I mean it's possible.
I
but
don't
that's
really
what
think
everyone
I
was
think
like-
he's
Oh,
nobody. in
I
that.
thought they showed us that in
Yeah.
that scene.
I really don't think that's. And it doesn't really need to be. He's more
No,
powerful
that
as
was
a
actually
character
pretty
as a nobody.
stupid that they kind of threw
That's,
him in there.
I was even thinking that. I was like, I don't know. That
Oh,
seems like a bit much.
the
Unnecessary.
the
the father.
captain
in?
of the Reeds.
yeah.
Oh no,
Well,
I
did they-
like that. That made
No,
sense.
well,
it bonded
it
why
would,
the
though.
Reeds and the Starks are. an
No, that
important
wouldn't make
thing.
sense. No, that wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't, because the Reeds were like fucking hicks.
No, but hold on, but back up. But the children, those kids aren't as old as Rob and John were, which means when Ned in that scene, John and Rob aren't born yet. So there's no way that guy dies in that scene because then his kids would be older.
Yeah, that does make. They wouldn't be dead. Well,
He couldn't have-
No, you're right. That
he-
does make sense.
He couldn't have been
he
dead
can't
because
die completely. But I still don't think he's the.
No, you're right.
he can't die completely.
Plot
He's mostly
hole.
dead, but he gets an erection.
Well, no, mostly dead holds a little bit of ground in this show. Let's call that.
No, I know. That doesn't mean anything.
But no, but you're right. He does live long enough to kill the
Rob,
dude and save Ned, so he must live
but Rob
through
seems,
the rest of it,
but-
or at least has a brother that maybe is the father of the other people.
That's
No,
fair.
but
Rob's-
Ned walks away alone at the end of that scene.
I know you're
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
He does seem
Well,
like that
maybe
he
he's
dies.
not the
no, but
father
I
then.
think you just found
Unless-
a plot hole.
Yeah.
No, maybe he's just not the
No.
father. Maybe it's just like the Stark family.
No, but
where
don't they say that?
I'm pretty sure that's the father. They
Yeah.
go that's Mara's dad.
No, I'm pretty. Yeah, exactly. They say that.
So
when
and
do they say
no,
that?
but the only thing is,
because
but even
that's his
even-
only
sorry,
friends.
sorry,
even if
yeah.
Mira is the same age as Rob, and we'll give him that, there's no fucking way she had a younger brother,
Well, yeah.
right?
I
So there's
hear
just no fucking way.
It's just a plot hole.
Yeah.
you. Also, maybe those kids though don't age the same way.
Why? They're not magic.
They're close. The one guy totally. is.
The only way that would work.
Yeah, but his magic is Bran.
Jojen is
Bran.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Bran. Technically, Bran ages super fast.
well, yeah.
Well, yeah, because Bran and Joan seem the same age.
Well, I'm just talking about the amount of time that's.
But the
gone
only way
by
that
when
would
they
work
filmed this.
The
is
fact that
if
he's aged
Joan is
100
the
years.
same age as Rob, if not older than Rob, and that Mira chick is way older, and then she just looks good.
No,
for her
I
age.
think we just found a plot hole.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we might have.
That's a big fucking
you know,
plot hole.
Because
But no, it's not,
as
because
far as
when-
we know, John and Rob are the same age.
I'm pretty
Or
sure when
really
that-
close to it.
Like they're from the same year. Rob, I think, might be older, but they're
Yeah, it's like Catelyn is pregnant with Rob or has
Well,
had
like-
Rob when he comes back with
Like,
John.
like, there's no argument to it. Like, they fucked up.
Yeah, that does sound like
well, no.
Okay.
Or he doesn't die.
That being said, this is something we didn't bring about episode 1 that was brought up to me. My brother brought it up to me. You know, in episode 1, when they show, well, okay, let's start with the end of last season. They take the boat away with Jamie and his daughter is on it, and the prince that she's betrothed to.
Well, he dies,
on
but
that
they don't
boat.
show it.
No, here's the thing. They do show. Or am I wrong, or is Reg wrong in describing this to me? They leave on that boat. The prince, or not? Yeah, I guess prince leaving with Jamie and his daughter.
Yeah.
On a boat, and then episode 1 of this season,
Oh, they kill him.
they kill him on that boat.
No, well, I guess they don't show that he leaves on the boat, but I thought he did.
Yeah, and it even looks like the boat scene.
Wait,
But I don't know that he's on the boat.
I don't think he left with them.
No, I think
Did
that
he not?
he
No.
just couldn't have.
Because like Reg described me as like, I was like thinking about it. I was like, maybe he did. Like that sounds right.
But
And it
they
looks
said he
like
was
a
going to
boat.
sit on the council.
Sit on what counts?
He was going to sit on the small council, is what they said. He
No,
would go.
and like when they
He would
killed,
go with them, and that the Viper was promised to sit on the small
Yeah,
council.
because like they'd already been gone because they killed everyone all at once, in that first episode. So Jamie had already left by that point. So obviously he didn't leave with them. But I just don't remember if they showed that in the last
Yeah,
episode.
that's a confusing little bit.
I don't think that they show him
I don't think they show him leaving either.
So then he still
'Cause
dies.
I'm pretty
in
sure
a weird-
she's all sad to leave him.
and then yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't sure how that worked out. Reg told it to me like they obviously showed him so leave on the boat. I haven't rewatched to know, but it still seems a little convoluted, I guess, for the lead, like smallest bit there. I don't know.
So I'm going to say that my favorite character in the newest episode is the fucking Lord Bolton's new fucking Bannerman.
Yeah, your dad was
The
a
car
cunt.
Starks?
I
Oh, yeah.
fucking loved that guy.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I'm
not
fucking,
not
He's
even
like, I was like, I would have killed him too. He was a cunt.
Yeah,
and it just, he seems like the type of guy that Ramsey actually is going to like.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm not going to
and
fucking
respect.
deal.
Yeah.
You know, he's just.
I don't
got-
think
I got
Ramsey
you a
respects
present,
anybody.
and he
He'll
just
kill
brings-
that guy.
No, I don't think he will. I actually think like him and Ramsey are going to be good friends.
I really don't think that guy cares about anybody.
I think
so-
that guy's awesome.
I get you. I agree, but
He's not afraid of Ramsey, and I think that's what Ramsey looks for. in
Yeah,
people.
for sure. I'm sure Ramsey
That's why
really
he
respects that.
He didn't like that chick, and I think that if Ramsey's actually stood 1-on-1 with that guy,
that
Ramsey's
one
would
chick
be
he
a fair
like he
fight.
didn't give a fuck about when it was all said and done. He just like fucking Ramsey doesn't care about anybody. I don't.
I think
stand
he was
for him
tantalized.
ever
He
liking
was
her.
tantalized by the idea, though, that she wasn't.
He respects this guy though. I think
That's
he's
fine,
got something to
I-
learn from him.
Maybe, but
No, man, it's the classic. Like our
dad.
dads were all in charge, and now our dads are gone, and we're in charge. Like we're like the new guys. You know, like we're gonna fill the block.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sketchy whole situation. Do you guys want to end it with what your predictions are for the next episode? What do you think? Where's it going?
Man, I think that
Does
knows,
John go to
man?
Winterfell? What does Ramsey do with
The whole thing with
Rickon?
Sam, that's just gonna be long and drawn out.
I don't give a fuck.
See, I don't know. I kind of think that Sam is going to unlock a lot of secrets.
At the very end, but in
Yeah,
the
but
meantime, it's gonna take him a
he's
long
on a
time
long path.
because he's on his way to go study.
his
somewhere.
character, exactly.
Yeah.
His character is
That's
built
6
upon.
seasons of studying.
No, while everyone's doing shit, he is reading, and he knows things that no one else knows, and that's his whole character. And that he's going to go off to like the basically where you guys keep saying like this is a world with no internet. He's going to go to the only place where there's internet.
Well, they'll have something to do with the dragons in the end. I think that he'll know
Yeah,
how to
he'll
figure
know.
out.
He
already-
Tyrion might be
he
able to
learned
help with
about
that.
what is it? The dragon glass.
Yeah, he knew about
He
that.
knew
That's
about-
his
he-
whole
He knows about
contribution
shit.
to the plot.
He's gonna come in with the H bomb at the end. You know, I know what to do to stop everything, and he's gonna and he might trip and fall at the end, and his dying words will be, "Oh, magic solution."
MacGuffin. No.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's gonna his dying words will be MacGuffin.
But no. All right. So John going to Winterfell? Yay or nay?
Yeah, with the wildlings, but it's going to take a few episodes.
No.
Well, yeah, it takes you fucking long to do.
No,
it.
he's going to go. We're going to meet some new families.
Him and Sans are going to walk right beside each other, not even notice
What?
each other.
Ramsey kills Rickon and
No, Rickon goes fucking apeshit and kills Ramsey.
okay, that's plot twist. I like it.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta remember,
I see Rickon living way longer than Ramsey because we haven't seen him in a while. He's going to be an important part of the Stark family.
you pointed out that Rickon was going to be the wild card because his dog was the most wild.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, Rickon was taken away by a wildling and now sent off to
And also essentially
most wild-
raised by a wildling.
exactly.
And a hooker. Like a wildling, like
But-
Osha. She was a whore.
She was tough. Like she's gonna.
Yeah, she
that's
stuffs nails.
in that scenario. Next to the fucking chick that Arya's hanging out with, Rickon's got the best mentor.
Also, that's the other prediction. Arya's gonna kill that bitch.
Who?
Her trainer.
No, you know what's
No.
gonna be
No,
crazy?
no,
she's gonna
not
respect
Jack.
her.
Not Jack and
No,
Hagar.
no.
The other
She's gonna
girl- the
go,
girl?
and all of a sudden
No,
that
why,
chick.
why kill her?
No,
That girl
Cause-
taught her
I
every
promise you,
lesson.
Kyle.
No, that
There's
girl,
gonna be a scene.
The girl's not a girl.
There's gonna be a
The girl's
scene.
Arya Stark.
I was just gonna say, there's gonna be a scene where she goes to strike her, and that girl is Arya, and Arya is now the other girl, and she's gonna be confused and not know what just happened, and we're gonna be like, who's who?
This is gonna be a weird fuck around.
Yeah.
Someone's dying there. Someone's Arya Stark.
Why?
and goes
Why
on
would
a-
she kill her trainer? That's
No,
ridiculous.
she's gonna
to me.
do it. Because she's not a girl. She's smart and is still Arya Stark.
So kill who taught you all your lessons.
No, yep, exactly. She hates that girl. She's gonna kill that girl.
No, that girl's not on the list though.
No, she's on the list.
Oh no, but that was a
She
cool
just
thing.
doesn't say the
No,
the
because
list out
they
loud
created
anymore.
they created a cool character of royal blood with a list. Who's on the list? Who do you want on the list?
Yeah.
That was fucking
No,
great.
that was a good line.
Yeah.
Because now Arya is nobody, and she is nobody, and Arya is just a face on the wall.
She's just
Yeah.
gonna kill people.
She's gonna kill people. She's gonna kill anybody.
I know
I
how we
think
end
she's
this
killing that
podcast.
brother.
guys.
She
She's
wants to
gonna
kill
be
that
the
brother.
biggest wild
Guys.
card. Cersei's gonna die like at the very end. It's gonna be big.
I know
Yeah.
how to end the podcast.
Yeah, go for it.
And what do we say to the? Oh, fuck! I fucked it up. Next.
What do we say to that?
I'll say.
All right. Well, that's been episode 14 of 2 versus 3. You can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/2 versus 3, on Twitter at 2 versus 3. Do you guys want to pitch your Twitters or
No.
no? All right. Well, that's how that goes. You go. Be sure to check out bmoviesanebooks.com and all the other great podcasts like
Yeah, let's plug
Long
them.
Box, Small Talk, B&E
Scary
Pod,
Shit.
Toxicity, and Scary as Shit. We come out usually every Thursday, and that might
Yeah, I
change
don't
a
think
little
that's gonna happen anymore, but we're gonna try to at least do it once a week.
We'll come out like most superheroes.
Whenever we're needed.
We'll be there.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. I'm Kyle.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Cody. Have a good night.
The podcast you just heard is part of the B&E Network, brought to you by bmoviesandebooks.com.